DFCRadio.com.
The Plug Gaming, Dutch Master here.
We back.
Live, baby.
Monday is the day.
Ooh,
The Plug Gaming,
best day all week.
Dutch Master, Rock, Sam,
What up?
the fam.
Yep.
We here. We here.
Get it, dog.
Saint
Our weekly
behind the
reunion.
screen,
Hey.
making all the sounds make sense. Sometimes when they don't.
What?
But that's what we do here. We make sense out of nothing. We talk gaming. We talk nonsense. We get down to
I'm
the
only
nitty
serious
gritty.
over here.
Yeah, Sam's a serious guy.
100%.
Serious Sam. Serious.
I got the rocket launcher back.
Serious
I
as it gets,
remember
man.
that game.
I know. There it is. No, but we're the Plug Gaming. We talk gaming. We bring gaming to you, to your ears.
We deliver it
via-
by hand. Sometimes
via-
we take an Uber.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Uber gaming.
Uber Gaming, right here.
Yeah, it's us, man.
But we got the news.
That's
we
us.
got the reviews. We got some new stuff out this week, right?
Yeah, we're excited.
I'd pay for that.
I
This
paid
week
for
we're
that.
excited about new game. A
What?
new game.
What?
Which, honestly, I feel we haven't had a lot of good new games this year. We've had
Yeah.
we've had a couple core ones that have kept us occupied.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of teases
But
of coming up.
now, last year, this time, there was like so many you couldn't even fucking play them all. And that's slightly happening now this time of year. There's a lot of good, better games coming out, but still, there's like 3,
Yeah.
I'd say there's 3. But
I don't know. Japan would argue with another one.
they're Japanese.
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's fair. That's
Unless
fair. Okay.
I did my genealogy. Unless they are wrong, I'm not Japanese. I know that.
They're going ham on Nintendo Labo.
They love it. The Labo, I've
love
seen
it.
them. I've seen them at the Best Buy.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting one soon.
I'm thinking about just making my own.
Yeah,
You got
I got some cardboard at home.
shit?
I just moved. I got all sorts of boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the Labo once I've seen some interesting stuff. We'll get
Oh
into
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
What have you guys been gaming on, Rock? Let me in on it.
Oh damn. The news is real.
All I've been playing, dog.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I know what you play. I'm not asking you for you to tell me, man. Tell the listeners, man.
I'm
That's
just
who you're
saying.
talking to. Right
I'm
now.
telling you, dog. That's
You know,
all I've
laughs
been
at,
playing.
he like pops his tires at me like it's a stupid question. That's
I'm
on the
not
fucking
mad at
paper.
you, dog. I'm just saying.
It's on the fucking paper. All right,
mean,
I
like-
gotta
saying,
ask.
dog. I'm just saying, dog. God of War, man.
For the people.
It's
Man.
nothing better right now.
It's for the people.
It's nothing better right
And now they know.
Yeah, Sam. How about you, man?
Same answer every word. Every
Yeah, I
word
got
of
the
it.
same answer every word plus Fortnite.
There you go. There you
Because
go.
I can't get in it.
And you know what? I'm still rocking Enter the Gungeon when I get moments. I got made fun of the other day because I was waiting for God of War to load, and I was just like hamming through the 3rd floor of this dungeon.
Like it takes a long time to
oh,
load.
dude, I made it. I know.
So I was like waiting for God of War to load.
Look,
when?
but that's the thing
The
about.
continuation screen. That's
Let me
it.
let me
now.
answer.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's
Why was
the
people
thing
saying
about
it took
Gungeoning.
forever to load?
No, it didn't take
I've
that long
never
to
heard-
load.
I
I
didn't
just
But
hear
no,
that.
like somebody told me, like when the day it came out, when you uploaded it took like 4 hours.
I don't know. I've been having like some weird
you're talking
double
about, like,
updates
downloading
and
the
stuff,
game.
but-
Yeah, it was a double update. Exactly
Yeah.
what it was. And if you got it on disc, it doesn't matter. Like there should be something clear nowadays. Even if you get the game on disc, the disc is like a
still fully
a
loads.
download.
Dog,
It's like
my
a
shit
download.
loaded up in 15 minutes.
It's like a download manager on the disc. It downloads the game from
Yeah.
the internet still, unless you are like literally offline completely.
Can you explain that discs are more moot at this point?
Yeah, it
Any more
literally
moot.
there's like you're paying.
Yeah.
When you get disc, you're paying for the
solid copy
physical-
of a thing.
Exactly. That's all you're really paying for.
Too bad in like 100 years or 10 years, and you're like, I want to go back and play that. You still need to be connected and have it downloaded to play
Yeah,
it.
correct. Exactly. Especially any update files or anything else that comes
Yeah.
out to there. So there is still like, if you're not paying for the service, you're still encouraged to have. If you're not paying for like PlayStation Plus or
Yeah.
Xbox Gold, you're still encouraged to have the internet connection by other means. Update your Xbox, update your PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
The games are that's built into there. So you're paying for a physical copy if you want a collector's. For me, God of War is a must to have the hard disk. I got the steel case. I went the whole nine, got
That's
the
dope.
collector's.
But you didn't get the PlayStation.
No. I know some people. I know some people did and talked to them, and they were like really stoked on it.
Good.
I had,
Good.
my opinion's different, but that's what
And
we get.
yeah,
We all
our
get
opinions are also based on internet pictures. So
Yeah, I had told him to send me some. He's going to, but it's obviously through
Good.
PlayStation and
the
stuff
goal
like that.
is don't look
So,
cheap.
I don't know how he's gonna get them and load them up on there. I guess so. It might take some time, but he's saying he was impressed.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
So
I
that is
saw
good
it
to
and
hear.
it looks like shit.
Oh, there you go.
That's how I feel. That is
I've
how I
only
felt.
seen it online. I've only looked at it.
Yeah.
And I get what they were going with in the design of it. But,
Once you see it that it's the axe, you start to
once you
understand.
in the game and you see like it's attached to Kratos' back and you see those symbols just glisten in.
Yeah.
You're
But
like,
the
oh, it all
blade
works now.
Isn't all nice like that. They got it like
The gray,
clean and
the gray is just, in my opinion, not.
PlayStation 1 gray.
It's even the PlayStation 1 didn't look like that.
Oh.
That
Oh.
plastic.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know about that, man. I got one. I look at one
that's
every
fair.
day.
That's fair.
And it looks just like a normal old PlayStation 1 that came out in fucking 1990 whatever, 7 or 6 or whatever, you know what I mean? Like 98.
Yeah, what year was that? Ooh.
I want to say. Let's not quote
N64
me on that
was
one, but let's go.
6 or 7. So.
Let's go. Let's go around that frame. But nonetheless, it looks like it's from that time.
Yeah.
yeah,
This
I
shouldn't
agree.
be made in 2018 looking like that time. If anything, it should be looking like it was in a Norse fucking time with fucking.
It should be wrapped in leather and shit.
Yeah, like come on, where's the leather wraps? Right?
Yeah,
No,
that'd be dope.
But seriously, like
I mean, they could have been.
they could have taken the
plastic,
next
made it look
level
like
and got some
chiseled out of
3D
rock.
exactly some 3D design in there.
a little
Let's
more
get
than
some
a
dimension,
print on a
right.
on a bad
Some
gray to start
dimension
with.
to it, maybe some like scratchings taken out where obviously it's weathered, it's aged, it's fucking Kratos'
It's been
axe.
through fucking battle.
Oh,
you
man.
know,
You know
come
what I
on.
mean? Like
It
can we-
could
can
have
we
came
make it
looking
look
like a piece of shit, and I would have been like, "That's damn right. That's a Kratos system right
you
there.
know what I
That-
mean? Like
That's worth every
it
dime."
could have had more character to it. Let's just
Exactly.
say
Okay,
that.
okay.
But
That
anyways,
game
it's a
is
nice
full of
piece.
character,
Dude,
though.
that
We'll get into it, but
Yeah,
we
don't
got
get
a
me started.
lot to
We're-
say
we're gonna-
on the
we're gonna
game
talk
of
about
God
that.
of War.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Hey, yo,
What
why
else we
did
got
they
going
stop
on over
making
there?
like the see-through systems and shit? That shit used to be tight back in the day. Was it light
Yeah,
up
all
and
the
shit?
clear ones.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure those were all mods, but
No, Halo. Like I had the Halo system. It was like that.
oh yeah, the Halo system was like that. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
there was a
Okay,
couple that were like that, but
Yeah,
you
they-
have a-
honestly, I think they were both the Halo. It was the blue
Now
Halo
we're
and
at the
green
topic,
Halo
though.
system was the only two.
Do you guys each I want to hear what do you have a favorite specialty system? Or like one of those unique like limited edition systems. Do you have a favorite?
oh, a favorite
Yeah.
limited edition? No, well, I do.
I
but,
do.
Like it doesn't really like
It comes to front of my mind right away.
like
Star Wars.
Yeah,
R2-D2.
dog. I traded in my Halo 3 Xbox 360 to get that Star Wars Xbox.
No,
360.
and it's like that one.
And
was
yeah, you
cool,
know it.
But I
That
didn't,
was like super dope.
But that one had even the hidden gimmicks.
yeah.
The disc tray, just saying like when
Yeah.
you open it.
Well,
on the
Xbox
inside,
does that. Like the
Yeah.
God of War one has like a hoarder or screecher like sound to it when it.
Oh, the
opens
Gears of
and-
War one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Gears of War.
It's
yeah.
okay. You know what? I was reading when we had
Um,
like the little printout here. I'm like, why are we going to talk about Gears of War?
Yeah, exactly.
GOW, man.
Exactly. But even with that one, they like have it's like
They put
3D printed. It's
character in
fucking
it.
got like a scratch mark taken out of the side of it. It's
Yeah.
fucking blood red and black. Like
And
the
they
colors
match
of
a friggin'
Gears.
controller to it, right?
And
too.
exactly.
Oh,
Which
man.
is fucking the best.
Yeah.
Best
Honestly,
controller.
I think they should
But-
have just ran with a black and red system for like,
with
God
like
of
a
War.
big old fucking God of War mega
Because
sign.
when you
and
think
fucking,
God of
you
War,
know?
easy you think like gold, black and red.
Lots of blood.
Yeah.
Those are the colors you think of.
Lots
Dude.
of blood.
Yeah. Okay, let's we're gonna fucking run through this real quick. We're gonna take
Oh, yeah.
a little break, listen to a song, maybe two. Then we're gonna come back, talk about some news. We're gonna really rifle through the news because we want to get to God of War
much of
and
this
really
game.
start talking about this game.
Man.
We also have a giveaway of the game so
Happening
we're going to
today?
Announce that then
I
as
mean, we've
well.
been talking about it for a month.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And we have it. It's going down. So let's listen to this music. The Plug Gaming will be right back on DFC Radio Network right after these jams, man.
down the West Coast. Candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby. The Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans. Get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potens. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean. Just west coasting through the coast with the potion and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass and titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the West Coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. California, 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 yeah, the county of LA. California, California, Compton, California, yeah, the city where I was raised. Second son of Eazy-E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the Lucci. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family or cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. Go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in a pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1. California, yeah, the county of LA. California, California, California. What else can I say? California, A, in the county of LA. Just me and Mary J. As the world keeps spinning, like gold 100 spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Eazy-E and Pac? Motherfuck the cops. I drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It's another summer night and about to get the dipping. It's California, A, got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself, it's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed, won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets. Cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry. Models and groupies, we filming a movie. It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? It's a motion picture, everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the case, and we spitting big faces. California, 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 yeah, the county of LA. California, California,
Yeah. Naps. Knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle. Hustle hard. Team ADXN. Hey, oh. What these niggas want from me? haters wanna eat now, you're never getting lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction, team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie, watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change, I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up, rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family, this is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, I'm taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who running with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on my life. And niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. D, I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. X, I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me. ADX teaming, going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on my life. And niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping in the seat for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years, stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, puffing on the top. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night. Streets holding
Welcome
tight.
back. Welcome back.
Yo, why the tunes gotta stop? I guess we got
Played
some
in
shit
the
to say,
background.
or like. I mean, maybe there's time for some news. I heard you got a game you've been really big on coming out. When again, Rock? Is that tomorrow?
Oh, you talking about Detroit?
Yeah.
Detroit.
That's the demo.
Detroit.
Demo comes out tomorrow, man.
Get to play a
I'm
little bit.
excited.
The game went gold.
Build that tease up.
The game went gold. That means it's got its gold master copy, good to ship.
Made out of gold.
When that happens, no, the disc looks like a beaten piece of crap. Actually, by the time they like have the copy of it, but it's that means they're good to go. So we're gonna get a demo. This is a brand new intellectual property, a brand new IP coming to the PlayStation. Another exclusive.
Yeah.
Doing it right. The fucking graphics look insane. The game
Yeah.
looks great.
It's
Gorgeous.
interesting, dog. It
Gorgeous.
looks super interesting, too.
And
Like,
yeah, this whole, even the title, the whole thing about it's kind of mysterious, like
Yeah.
wanting to know what is this about. This demo is going to kind of do that for us. Give you a little hands-on experience with it, which I think
Now-
is fucking a great way to
There was a
come out with the game.
Yeah. Sorry, there was a playable demo at E3 last year. Is that the one that's releasing tomorrow? Do we know? Do we think?
I imagine it's going to be different.
Yeah.
If it is,
don't know,
if
dog.
it is the same, it's going to be totally fine. You want to know why?
Because
you didn't get to play it.
Because 75% of the people that went there didn't get to play it.
There you go.
Because
you had to wait
weren't
a
able
long-ass line.
and you weren't able to use the app to sign up for it.
Oh, yeah,
So
remember
we
that
know that
shit?
because
Yeah.
we experienced it, and so that's probably going to
So
be
if you didn't have 4 hours to stand
Right.
by for the game you hadn't heard about
probably
yet.
going to be totally fine with it, whatever
Yeah.
the demo is, right? Exactly.
I
So
agree.
But
That's
downloading
awesome.
some demo, you're not going to get that cool sticker on the side of your head.
It's true.
Yeah.
That is.
You know, did they do that, Rock, when you were there?
True.
You didn't turn into a cyborg?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
You could have. It was like you waited in a line.
I
and sat
actually
down
like
and they
that.
were
I like their display, to be honest. Like,
yeah, they had a
they
really
were just
pretty
like-
setup. They had
They had
those,
to pay
like-
the most serious. They probably spent the most money on their help or whatever.
I
'cause
mean,
they're
all
like,
those models.
just sit in the glass box. Don't move.
Yeah.
Okay. See you later.
And like every minute they would just do like a little rotation and just ultra robots.
And they're like, no, you still get paid base salary, base wages.
We're gonna give you $8 an hour
Right.
plus tips, but
Yeah.
there's no place for
What
someone
about
to
the
put money
guy
through that
literally
box.
throwing around T-shirts, just saying hi to people? Why can't I do that? Nope, you're gonna sit there. You're not gonna move at E3.
Yeah.
Don't move.
You are hired as robot.
Yeah. you
Might
were
as well
right.
say statue because you ain't moving.
Yeah. Hired statue. Congratulations. You still want to work in the gaming industry, huh?
Hey, that's some real shit. That's how it
it
is.
is.
You
Where
all
gotta
the
get
kids
in where
get
you
started.
fit in.
It is. It's just like any other industry. Yeah. There's.
People are like, what do you do? Oh, I work for Sony.
It looks glorious
I'm a
on
fucking
the
robot.
outside, and everybody loves to like really think about it. But it's nothing but hard work. It's not easy to produce video games. It's a lot of hard work on all levels, and that's what it is. So a passion. It's a very passion-driven industry, and don't get it twisted. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of fun. Games are fun.
Agreed.
Games
But
are
the people
fun.
that are making them,
And you know what?
it's serious. It's
Just
very
like-
serious work.
Looking more into Detroit, said something like, "I'm so excited about the story
The story.
that you're gonna get
I think
now,
that-
and especially new IPs. It's a big deal. Even like I know our main topic, God of War, but like that's sort of this reboot, which gives it this new coat. But I love the fact of how good of a story-driven game you got there,
Yep.
and I would love to see that out of this.
Yeah. Definitely will.
Yeah.
Definitely will. I think we're gonna have more. We'll probably talk about it some next week. 'cause we'll get
Hollywood
the
ain't
demo.
doing shit for you anymore. They're remaking that Overboard movie.
I was just
like-
talking about. I was just saying. I said the same
Hey, I
thing.
like that movie. dude.
Yeah, well, then why the fuck do they need to change Kurt Russell and Anna
I said
Faris?
the
Like-
same thing. I said the same thing to Rock. I was like, dude, movies just don't really do it anymore.
Yeah,
man.
he did
just-
say, literally, we just had that conversation in the car.
It was
like,
like a
"Let me
week
just
ago. I saw a
doing it."
bus go by and it had like Overboard on the side, and I was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah.
That's all I've felt since this because you've hit a new low.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Nothing about the actors or
Yeah,
anybody in
no.
it.
They're just doing their job.
Just like, come on, you can do better than like have you seen the trailer? It's the literal same fucking movie.
yeah.
Shit. When you remake it, you
Look,
just
we talk games.
Put somebody younger
I'm
in there.
so
Wow.
mad about this movie. I got to bring it up on our video game show.
It's respectable.
I just don't know who the guy is. That's it.
Oh, well, you'll learn. He's this rich gentleman who has never had to work a day in his life. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying who's in the movie.
Fortnite patch is coming tonight. This is
more ups.
version 3.6. There's going to be downtime. This is not quite going to be the end of season 3, but it's probably going to be the change out of the 50v50, maybe another limited time event. I'm not sure. I saw a sticky grenade, and that would be sick if that goes live. But we're getting to the end of season 3, season 4 starting. A lot of stuff happening. Tilted Towers, is it getting destroyed? I don't know.
I would hate for that.
Isn't
this
that just
is-
a rumor, though?
No, dude, there's meteorites falling. I mean, they're falling from the sky and then shedding off into smaller pieces, like as it gets closer to.
Did you ever
the
see that
map.
movie Armageddon?
So yeah, it looks like that,
So hopefully in the
video
next season
games.
you can unlock Bruce Willis is like your last.
dude. So I want to actually let's talk about that 1 second.
Yeah,
We got,
throw it up.
Ideas on what season 4's theme is going to be.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. I got that one from somebody.
Yep.
I said post-apocalyptic, like
I
Mad
think
Max.
post-apocalyptic.
That'd be dope.
Like
That
you're
makes
gonna
sense.
Mad Max is gonna be
And
the last
that'd
guy
be
that
a
you
great
get.
way to introduce
He's gonna be
vehicles.
like, hello, Mike. Yeah.
Mad
Right.
Max. That was
Okay.
some dope ass
So,
vehicles.
so this is what I was thinking is post-apocalyptic because the meteor's gonna hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. We'll see, and that's actually very that's popular. I think that's a popular theme.
Yeah.
Like it never kind of goes away. You can always kind of do some sick post-apocalyptic stuff. you
And
know
it's
what I mean?
like it's kind of they could like change the terrain then to be like deserty
That's what I was gonna
because
say.
of a meteor.
Exactly.
Like,
We can get
it's
an
scientifically accurate.
we can get an introduction of a new map this way as well. Exactly.
We can.
So
Even if it's just a reforming of the old map, you can like
Right, just-
redress the whole thing.
right, just
whole new
reskin
skin.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Too much
I
green,
think
now
they
we
should
got
go.
brown.
right.
They should go post-apocalyptic. That just makes more sense. And you just all the building and shit. The game should have been like that in the first place. Like
Now, does that mean too? Then we're gonna get some like interesting religious themes like Far Cry.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't think they'll stay
hey, they
away
was
from
stepping
that.
on shaky water
just
with
saying-
that shit, dog.
Well, I'm just saying, apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know, you get a certain wave with that.
And
Yeah.
that should be funny. The occultist.
Yeah, that game
It's-
still just kind of
Come on,
blows
like
me away
if
every
like
time
at
I
level
play it.
63 you unlock the priest costume.
It blows me away at every moment I play that game.
That means they killing it. I mean, like shit,
ridiculous.
continuous. We are almost every other episode. We're like, all right, here's more shit coming to Fortnite
Yeah.
constantly.
Oh yeah, no, the game's not going to stop either. It's
They're
gathering
genius. They're keeping it in beta mode
It's
and forcing
dude.
you to buy every little thing.
They don't,
that-
dude. But
But
that
you haven't
doesn't
bought
make any
shit.
sense. That doesn't make any
Right?
sense because no one's forcing you to buy anything to play the game.
Yeah,
What are you talking about, dog?
you can
What
just
do you
play
mean?
the game.
What am I
Those
talking
fucking
about?
dance moves and shit, you shoot at somebody who's dancing, they don't even go down sometimes. You'd be like, what the fuck?
I get where Rock's
You think-
going here. It
you
sounds
think
like
that-
you're talking for the
think
man,
you
and
think the
Fortnite
dance
is made
moves
by
make
the
you
man.
invincible? Really?
This nigga did like a fucking like spinning thing. And
But the guy, you can slow the game down and show clearly like that the bullets missed. Like they didn't go through them or anything.
Look, if emotes are gonna break the game
saying.
for
I
you,
mean, like-
Rock, I
like,
think you're reaching.
Dude, like,
I
honestly-
play it though. I don't
Honestly,
give a
like
fuck.
So
the
there you
game
go.
has the game has its,
And you haven't
the
spent
game
shit.
has its shortcomings when it comes to like the weapons and like the bloom and exactly where they hit. But like you can slow anything down in the game, and there's nothing like false about it. Like people think that like if you get the John Wick skin, you have more armor. I literally will pump shotty a John Wick in the face for 196 damage every time if it hits him in the face perfectly. Every time. But like if it's slightly
And like
off
all the
and it
models
doesn't
are
hit him for that,
practically
and
the
then he
same
hits
exact
you,
size.
and he hits you, then like that's what happens. The game is fucking brutal. Period. And people like, of course,
I like
don't
that-
like to blame their skill level.
Yeah, they
on,
point
like,
out the John Wick, where
He-
like if you have John Wick, you've played a lot of this game. You're probably
You're
better than
good.
most.
Exactly. That's the point.
That
you are
shit
an
is an
experienced player.
investment.
Exactly. You're a
Damn.
serious player unless you're a guy that just bought him right off the bat, which will show
Now,
when
like-
you get fucking pump shottied in like 0.3 seconds and there's nothing else to say. Like,
And look, we even got a
doesn't
perfect
matter.
example right here in front of y'all on this show. We got the Dutch Master right there. Who? What were you just talking about? You maxed out your Xbox.
Yeah, on both of
So
them. I
we-
did,
there
I
you
did
got-
PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
This guy's fucking good at this game. What do you
okay.
know? He's
I'm
got
okay.
double John Wicks. I'm
How many carries did you give it?
yeah, what were you talking
I
about?
just said no.
What was that clip you couldn't bring on?
I was just talking about,
Who
you
are
know.
you talking
All
about?
right.
You're okay.
But
How
now
many
you look
carries?
on-
I'm not here to say that I'm good at
I'm not
game
saying
video
you're
game.
gloating. I'm
But
saying how many
now,
carries,
now you
dog.
no, I
Enough.
bloated for
Can we
him.
get enough?
Let me say that because
done
now
enough.
you
We
zoom
can
the
get enough.
camera
We
over to
did
this
enough.
one.
Okay.
You guys see this guy here? I'm like level 50, and I'm just hoping to get like the
It's
Dark
double
Souls dance.
XP.
That's all I want. Is that I forget what it's
double
called? The
XP.
Dark Souls dance.
It's double XP
Oh, there you go.
right now. So you have a whole week to take advantage of double XP.
Good. I got the next 2 days off.
There you go. So play some
I'm gonna hit
Fortnite, squeeze some Fortnite
Gonna get
into,
some John Wick in.
into there, and yeah, get your battle pass up. Do the challenges. Just do the challenges.
That's what I've been working on. And you know what? I've been kind of like very off it for the past week. So there's a whole new wave of challenges.
exactly. There's you
God
probably have 2
of
weeks of
War's
challenges.
out. I will have it finished
Yeah.
before I play
Yeah,
anything
you know
else.
that's
how.
very true.
But the
It's-
way that God of War is playing for me, it's like it. I
It's
was
a grand
eager.
story, man.
I've been eager to finish games, and I don't really want to finish it. I put it
That
on the
makes
most
sense.
hardest difficulty.
Bruh.
I'm literally taking the game in
Oh.
as moments, as small moments, because
Now-
I'm going to probably play it 3 or 4 times.
We're gonna put a pin in that and talk about difficulties then when we're talking the game. Because
I want to.
I'm
I want
curious.
to,
That's
yeah.
great. That's
Okay,
topics
let's
coming
get
at you.
Let's get into that though. Let's get through this other stuff. Darwin
there's
Project.
other
We
stuff.
brought it up.
What, a battle royale game? What is this? Tell me about
it's
it.
It's like a battle royale, but it's like a closer quarters, third person, like actually like speedier I want to say it's
with
first
like
person
Halo
shooter.
jumping.
It's Halo jumping, but there's axes and a bow and arrow. Like
Yeah.
they're called. You don't
It
have.
is dope
much.
to watch the melee running around, and you got the bow slung
But
on your back.
it's actually like super skill based, you know what I mean? Because it's not you don't have very much resources. But anyways, it's free to PC, so that means it's probably going to get a free
You just get an axe and a bow.
axe and a bow and arrow.
And that's kind of tight, dog.
Yeah, so it's like precision shots if you want to hit like long range, and then like axe throws are possible. But if you throw your axe,
and just
It's
to talk,
gold.
you
like,
don't have one. Yeah, so you got to go back and go get it. too.
guns are upgrades from bows. We know how science works. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
rather
it's
you
evolution.
start with a bow and everything you pick up is a gun.
Yeah,
That's just a smart thing.
which I think we're going
a-
to see
just
battle
a-
royales like this
Ooh,
too.
yes.
where you start with like a knife or something like
Yeah.
that, something simple, and then you have to
Like-
Black Ops 4.
In a museum or
But,
like a
Start
Start
mall
with a knife,
or
you gotta
like
kill somebody to get a weapon.
yeah.
Or we find one in a loot crate or something like
gotta
that. But
kill
we're going to get into
Like-
that. There's a lot of. We're going to have a battle royale episode soon here, guys. It's inevitable. We've actually talked about it so many times on this show. It's kind of crazy to see actually all the games. Like we
That
should
have
have
taken
fucking
over
put
this,
a
yeah.
prediction
Man.
out when we talked about
Well,
this.
there
like,
wasn't
6
even
months ago.
battle
Seriously.
royale when we were talking about.
Right.
When
We were just
talking
like,
about this
that-
game.
that
Like when we
game
brought up
mode.
Fortnite,
Yeah.
it still didn't. It was
I
just
actually
the PvE
wanna,
mode.
I
was
want
when
to
we
actually
played it.
talk about that.
Yeah.
I just released our episode to iTunes, which we're now on. The Plug Gaming's on iTunes.
Look at that! You can get us
You
everywhere.
can get us on iTunes. You're going to be able to get us on Spotify. We're going to be in your pocket. Safe. With you. At all times.
While you riding your bike,
Locked inside your phone.
while you working out, while you driving in traffic.
But I've titled it We Talk Fortnite Before the Hype. You know what I mean? Because it's true. We played this game and experienced it before. I mean, I don't know. There's
We
probably a
paid
lot
for the shit,
Well, there's a
dog.
lot
Yeah,
of but dude,
$40.
You got to
just to check
understand
it
how
out.
many people have paid for it too now that
Yeah.
are playing it now
Yeah.
too that actually love that PvE version of the game that are fucking invested. Remember the guy that spent 10 G's on it?
Yeah.
Well, that's extreme, but I'm just saying, that's
That
a-
Hey.
episode, like that we talked
He
about
loved
that
the game, dog. And honestly, he probably made the fucking Royal Rumble happen, dog.
You heard it here first. That's all I'm just saying. You know
Look,
what
I
mean?
even remember that episode we
It's
talked
funny.
about. I had like a 16-minute clip that was my like, let me show you the
Yeah.
giant ass
I'm
fort. I
sure
spent
if-
my home base. I was like an hour at
I'm
least
sure
of
if we
just
were
running around and
fucking
building that
keen
shit.
to our
Mine was
shit,
literally a box.
If we were
Yeah,
fucking keen
that's
to
because you
our
didn't make it
shit-
to this round 2. You have to expand it eventually.
Yeah, if we were keen to our shit and like got our shit on YouTube and we're fucking putting our videos up properly and shit, we probably could have had a fucking extreme long tail off a fucking Fortnite video because it's shit's a
Damn.
fucking craze now, and we played this
Exactly.
shit before
Instead,
anybody
we
even
just
heard
sat
I
here,
know.
kept drinking Jameson, and like talked
Yeah.
about Destiny for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Man, talk about eggs
But,
and baskets.
we probably should need to get on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that later. More announcements
But
later.
that
YouTube
means
channel.
any of you out there can turn back the clock all the way to last like June when we first started
Yeah.
this shit.
And we have a great Fortnite episode, also Path of Exiles, before when it came on
Hey, I
console,
kinda wanna
which
get
is a
back on
huge
that,
fucking
dog.
game now too.
Is
And
it
we're
really,
playing
dog?
it. Yeah, they have.
What the
they
fuck?
have, like,
How about
10
when we hung
million
out
or
with the
something
boys
like
from
that.
Whiskey and Zombies?
Whiskey and Zombies. Actually, we should probably touch base with them.
Yeah,
we should.
We're
Let's
gonna
go
have
show
to check in
those
how they
guys over
doing,
there.
how things are moving.
Okay,
Give you a
so
developers update.
PUBG. While we're on the battle
More
royale,
PUBG.
PUBG World Tournament announced. So they're having regional qualifiers, right? USA, Europe, probably South America, and where else did they say? Asia, but I think it was more specific on exactly where. But I can only remember three different countries at one time.
But top
It's
20
always been a problem.
teams.
Always been a problem for me. But yeah,
gonna
top
do it.
20 teams are going to face off in a global event in
Teams of
Berlin.
4?
Yep, teams of 4, squads
Just gotta
up.
clarify.
20 teams. Now, this is fucking huge for Battle Royale
Yeah.
in general as a genre because guess what, PUBG? You ain't the only one anymore that
Yeah.
everybody's playing.
But
Seriously.
we've
Ninja
talked
had a
previously
Las
about
Vegas
this too.
event for
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite that went off really, really well. That guy's killing it. But PUBG is one of these games that people feel is more on the competitive side,
Yeah.
where it comes to balancing how the game's played. What's up, dude? Technical difficulties?
Yeah, my shit.
Okay, but but PUBG
Oh,
is
dude,
where that's it.
sometimes they just ghost flip on
So-
you. Just whoop.
We talked about how one game or company will drive another
Yeah.
Boom.
What do you think this PUBG move is going to do to
Well,
Epic?
We've talked previously about
That's some real shit.
It's going to force
the
them into this-
competitive build, though. We've
Exactly.
discussed, like, I mean, here's the thing: you've heard of tournaments now, but you haven't heard of a running thing. You haven't heard of. I mean, I don't expect a
No,
league
a
out the
set.
bat,
Right.
but someone's starting to
scheduled-
set groundwork, and like you just said, they're
Yeah.
going to push each other further. It's Fortnite won a lot of people by being the free one.
Correct.
But now it's how do you take over your online community? It's competitiveness.
Right. Oh, everybody wants to be.
That's what's
going to
set the line.
Fair.
So now out of these battle royale games, it's the first one who sets a like successfully continuous running
Right.
bracket.
And that
is
takes
gonna-
work from all levels, not
Yeah.
just the developers. It takes work from the people who are going to organize it, the companies that they're working for, organization, locations. All of these people are going to collaborate to bring this stuff together. Esports,
Yeah.
all Optic Gaming, all
Do you
these
think-
stuff. These guys are all going to essentially start working together to kind of build this layout.
They all
Yeah,
want it to be
I
successful.
know that they want to build that type of. This is what I'm saying. I don't think it'll affect. I don't think it'll affect Fortnite.
I think it's going to make it better.
I
Yeah,
think
it
yeah, I think
will.
it's
I
just
think
going
it
to
will
push
affect them.
Fortnite to
Well,
make
yeah.
a bigger jump.
But-
And
but
they're
faster.
yes, and
Faster jump.
Here's the thing:
So you
People
get to
kind of
this level.
consider it already like the OG, and it's like the one everybody's playing. I mean, I have people who don't even play video games that play Fortnite. Like I got a homie who's literally buying a PlayStation now just because of it.
and
Yeah,
you know,
and that's the impact of a great game. Like Sam was saying, they won that because they made it accessible, and they won the they got the coup de grace, like the final blow.
yeah, more like a coup d'état that they pulled on
but-
PUBG.
right. But the longevity game, right? PUBG,
It's free.
You know,
Yeah.
PUBG,
And everything is profit that they
yeah,
make
but
on it. The longevity is there.
Is PUBG in the competitive scene? Whereas, like, if you don't keep Fortnite, if Fortnite stops becoming competitive, like let's say if people are like not having fun, like in Destiny 2, where you just like wipe out people, or you just get wiped out, where there's no real like level of play. You know, it's not balanced properly. When that starts happening, and people stop playing.
Well, this the thing. Everything is theirs. Like this is what it is. Everybody's the exact same.
Well, my point is that you can't keep doing the same thing. Like Fortnite has to change, right? Because they see that PUBG, their competitor, is changing.
Well,
I'd
PUBG
change
is
that word. though.
Changing
I'd
what,
change
like,
that word.
format?
Not change, grow.
Grow,
Oh,
exactly.
Because
Evolve.
they've
Yeah.
one thing that we can
That's what
give
I really-
to Epic is all the way down to the foundation, the fucking engine this thing runs on. Epic has an advantage.
Yeah, they
Epic
created
Games
it. They created it all.
had PUBG, they had their shit. A little bit of what they
But
said was
PUBG's
right
on it.
about like the whole you guys kind of took our game. I get what that whole argument happened a while back, but where we're at now is that's
we're
over
talking
and
about-
done with, and Epic just has that solid ground.
But
that
we're
PUBG
talking about
can't
this
own.
competitive event.
Yeah,
Now, PUBG's a competitive.
but
it has
it's an event.
esports- It has
I just
esports-
think right now
it has
Fortnite's the
esports
one that can
teams,
create something
But
right.
it has esports teams that play it. Fortnite does
Okay,
not. Okay.
okay,
It has teams that are built that are preparing for what's to come. But there is no custom matchmaking. There is no.
Is that
um,
partly because of the PC side of it? That would be my question.
It's the PC guys that left playing PUBG.
Yeah, and
or
I mean, well, a
H1Z1.
lot of most
That's
of
who
what
makes
your
up the
esports
Fortnite.
is more on the PC side for
Of
games.
course,
so
no,
in
there's no-
general,
oh,
that's
yeah.
where PUBG, I guess,
Oh,
does have the advantage.
Exactly.
So,
No. Oh,
yeah.
exactly. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Is that it's on the PC side because honestly,
I mean,
the
even like-
Ninja's not holding an event that people are playing on console.
and take
you know
like
what I mean?
Overwatch.
For
that's
Fortnite.
done on PCs. That is done on PCs when they're
There's
playing
no
in the big
console,
games.
right?
So.
There's only console tournaments that are held within small communities that
Yeah.
they build themselves. There's no official esports tournament that is played on the console for Overwatch or
No, that's more like fighting game
PUBG,
shit. that
exactly,
hit-
or
hits
like
console.
PUBG. So exactly, Fortnite's got to really buckle down on like quit adding stuff to the game to really get it to be more competitive in that regard, like esports wise, which I'm sure they're going to do. But right now they're talking about growing and being the ultimate, and that's what they're doing. And
But
that is
this
what they're
is-
doing.
but this is
they're
something,
winning.
too.
These
They-
are two different little fights that one of them. It's like, dude, you're winning the battle, but like the war is still going on.
But
it is
this
still
the same
going
thing.
on.
If they just literally separate themselves completely and create their own bracket like through the game where you're competitive, that's enough.
Well,
So this
people
is
are
where I
creating
would
it
think,
themselves
though,
right now, and it's
something
gonna
kind of
But I'm
funny,
saying
though.
if they
So-
did it themselves, they would separate
There's
themselves.
custom matchmaking that is on PC that works. It's going to come to console. It's not there yet, but they're doing it. They're making
see?
the steps to it. No,
So they
and
don't
that's what
even
now-
need to. They
but-
can
but-
literally stay
but that's
separated
what we're
and
talking
keep it a
about.
fun game, and it'll be a
Okay.
wrap. They'll
But that's what
always
we're
have
talking
longevity.
about. That's what we're talking about right now. Is this is a PUBG World Tournament? Are we seeing Fortnite World Tournaments? Is this
No.
what their moves? Is right?
That'll be their jump.
This is going to be something that they strive for because when you talk about, like Sam said, it comes to a competitive nature.
Yeah.
When we're talking about this online community, I mean, we're talking about you're on there to fucking go on there and show who you are, man. That you want that person to remember that was Dutch Master that just you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you see that when you get in the game, whether you realize it or not, you see the guy who killed you, you see his name, and then when you kill him again, you're like, okay, da da da. And this little weird
build grudges, man.
Exactly, this
Yeah.
weird little thing starts going on between you and him, and that's just the competitive nature. It's what drives you to keep playing the game, like PvP. Why would you play PvP if you really just weren't that like competitive? You would do it to have fun, but it'll only be so fun for so long. Like PUBG is a terrible game to play for someone who's not fucking into it. Like,
And this
God
is
of
where
War, you're
I'm
like,
actually a
I'm
little
not into Norse
confused.
stuff.
When it
I've never
comes
been
to
God of War,
PUBG,
but it's so good. I could play it and be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll play it once. You can't play PUBG once. What's one match? Like,
Now I've only
you know?
played a limited amount of PUBG, but to me it seems like Fortnite runs smoother.
oh,
I mean,
if you're talking
and
about
so-
on console,
I guess
it's
it's just
100%.
specifically the
Oh,
console
yeah.
vision there.
Like,
Okay.
it's
Because
the console is
To me, and this is
version
another thing
trash.
that I'm going to use the growth of Overwatch competitively is a great depiction of this. Is balance is so damn important once money's on the line.
That's how
Bro,
you make it.
Once
This is
big
the shit
money
I don't
starts
get.
hitting the line, and
It
to
has
me,
to.
Bruh.
PUBG needs to up that if they
Well,
want
on
to
the
be like
PC, it's very
big
well
bucks
balanced.
on this
On the
game.
PC,
Okay,
it's very
so
well
it's
balanced.
running a
I
lot
don't
smoother.
even
Yeah.
understand how
Because-
Overwatch is competitive, dog.
Really?
Because me and Dutch hopped on and we just ran for hours.
What do you mean?
Like we were just running teams for hours.
Oh,
like,
you
and
have
I'm like,
no
how is
idea,
this
dude.
shit competitive?
Were you playing
dog?
quick play? Were you
We
playing?
weren't playing
Were you playing?
competitive.
You got to play on competitive with the team you put together, and you have to earn your way up brackets. You're not playing diamond bracket people unless you're in diamond bracket.
So people don't just play the game.
It's when you play competitive mode, when you're playing on
Yeah,
their
but,
pro
dude,
side,
we played
you
against
have to
some-
go through placement matches.
But we
Your
played
first
against,
matches are placement, and you have to build your way up. You guys didn't jump in and become like immaculate at this game because the thing is, when you're on the competitive scale, it's about 6 great people working together. That's how the game changes.
We were smashing teams, dog.
Yeah, but the
Alright,
thing is,
but
here-
I'm
here's
telling
the
you,
deal.
you didn't play that good of teams.
Here's the deal. We were playing a casual matchup.
Mm-hmm.
We were not playing competitive. However, the people that were in our party, they were ranked, and
Okay.
the people we were playing against were ranked too.
Competitive when you're playing quick play
but-
matches,
but
whoever you're
very
playing
likely-
against could be a 2, a 1, and a 3,
But very
or
likely-
6 singles playing
Very
together.
likely they were not in a party, or they
There you go.
weren't working well together. There was one guy probably trying to like show off as a character, which we had on our team as well. We had
When
a
you
soldier
got quick play,
76
yeah.
that fucking wouldn't stop fucking rushing the middle until like I was like, dude, like just wait 1 second, let me get behind you.
Overwatch
And
has a
we,
very
you know,
sharp
and he was
turn
he
once
was in
you
a
jump that
diamond.
line.
He was in a diamond. I think he was a gold or something like that. Player, which is like still competitive, but like yeah, if you're playing against a group of diamonds, like that would be like playing against a group of
That's
me.
playing a squad.
That'd be like playing against a group of me in Destiny 2.
You were playing
A group
against
of
some
all
people,
that
but you
acted
probably
the
weren't
same
playing a squad.
as me and moved as a unit just like I would, but there's 4 of me.
And this is
in
where
Destiny
like
2.
if
That's
you,
what it would be like.
when you're following teams, team structure, your character decisions are so important because people have developed
Literally, there'd be a
synergies that don't
Hanzo.
exist.
A Hanzo just
But people,
and you wouldn't even see him.
but it's
And
not
you'd
even
be like,
just
"Fuck,
that it's a
this game's
Hanzo that's
fucking-"
really good. It's that it's
No,
a Hanzo
it would
matched
be-
with like
Exactly, there'd
a
be a
Zenyatta
foot-
nearby, so that the
Exactly.
Zenyatta can hit you with a negative orb while
Exactly.
Hanzo's sniping you, and he's got a healing thing going on his Hanzo,
And you can't see him.
So you build synergy in your 6-player team. And that's
Yeah.
where this thing is. That's where it jumps so many levels, and it changes
I
pretty
don't know.
drastically. to
I
be
haven't played
competitive.
competitive yet though, because just from what I played,
I
the
fell
way
off-
we were smashing.
When me
it.
and Rock played together, and literally I would just follow him, he'd be Pharaoh.
Farrah, yeah.
and I would just roll in right behind
If you
them.
look on the pro teams,
And I'd
nobody
be-
uses Pharaoh really.
Well, I
yeah,
was
because
smashing with her.
Yeah, then you hit the sky and you're dead in one
Because-
shot from
But I wasn't.
from a
Exactly.
widow
I
who's
was
been
smashing.
boosted.
because of how the gameplay
You
is
have to play
played
with your team.
snipers.
Like me,
Yeah.
me and Dutch played as a team.
No, but we didn't play
I'm
against
just
any good
pointing
snipers.
out you didn't play teams.
I'm just saying we didn't play against any good snipers because when I was playing Black Widow, I was the best sniper.
Yeah,
and
true.
that's
And
not true.
widows, like, have you watched videos of widows
That's not
online?
true.
Especially ever since they launched the 1v1 mode you can play in that in the arcade.
All right, Overwatch
There
wasn't
are
on the list,
so many
so
stupid
let's move
widow
on.
shots.
Sorry.
All right, we moving. But it's a good thing to look at the Overwatch competitive side to see what PUBG really needs to meet.
Yeah, I
Just
gotta
to bring
check
that full
out, 'cause
circle.
So far,
Full
just-
circle. Actually, tomorrow, the next day, PUBG is going to have a map, Miramar. It's going to be available for Xbox One players, just on console. But
How
you
much
got
did
to
Microsoft pay for that?
You got to download. I think that it already came to, or a similar version already came to PC, so it's kind of their turn.
Oh yeah, they started branching maps.
Yeah, so you got to download a separate client for that. It's going to be available the 25th through the 27th. 8 p.m. to like 2 a.m. in North America. So whatever time that is for you, whatever time zone it is, that's when it will be available. And we got a Destiny 2 Warmind teaser trailer.
Yeah.
I think Saint's going to cue that video up for us right now.
Thank you, Saint.
This looks interesting.
Okay.
I don't know if, it
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it, but like honestly, with all that's going on, and
Yo,
like,
what up,
this Destiny 2
YouTube? Dutch Master
Summit,
here with Dutch Master Games, and today I have for you some God of War, PlayStation 4 game. This game is incredible. I can't say
Bungie,
Oh.
and they're calling upon the community or the community leaders that they say.
Yeah, because I don't.
Because they're not for me.
Yeah.
I don't go to any.
I
of
don't
those,
even pay attention to
any of
any of
those
them.
people that went there. I don't go to for information on Destiny
at all.
at
It's
all.
funny.
I
I
go
have
to
a
Bungie
radically
for it.
different experience still on this game since I missed one.
Dotto is maybe the closest one to where I have watched his stuff.
Never heard of him.
But I mean, you also aren't on to like so much YouTube gaming as well because he's huge on there. But to call them the community leaders just because it's like, dude, I'm just in love. I know just as much about that game as him.
Yeah.
Just because he shares it publicly, and I didn't. You know what I mean? I guess that's my fault. Maybe I should start doing that.
Listen up.
More. But I know just as much about Destiny 1, Destiny 2, played it just as much. Have the Grimoire score to prove it, like on Destiny 1, like but those are the guys that you're calling upon for the thing. I have the same exact fucking comments to make as he does. You know what I mean? Like you've heard it all. Like, well, that's a publicity stunt saying it's letting the community know, oh, we invited people here to help fix the game because we're not doing it ourselves. So we want to bring the community in. Motherfucker, the community has made it clear what you need to do. Why do they need to go there?
Exactly.
You can read any of the Reddit
It's an
posts, and there it is in like
announcement.
specific, like
Exactly.
we are all complaining about the same shit here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's already done for you, so what? And we know you're on Reddit. We know you're on there.
You respond.
Right.
Do
so,
AMAs.
so, you send these people, you have these people come through to Seattle. Some of the people that I would rather have seen go there, that I actually looked to for Destiny information and content, didn't go. Yeah, maybe their following base isn't as big. Whatever it is. They wanted more people to know about it. That's what I'm getting down to. They wanted to know as much people to know. We're inviting people from your community to our fucking home to show them everything that we got. And,
That was a
But
bullshit
in a
move,
funny
dog.
way though,
They
that's-
can't even say
That's
anything to
also
us.
It's a
kind of the
bullshit
right
move.
thing though, because if that guy stays streaming these new updates, he's getting also communication from a much wider community. He is his own Reddit for Destiny kind of thing because he's already in tune with the community.
thing is like...
Look, I'm just trying to defend it for a
I
second.
get what you're saying, but the
Yeah.
thing is the issues aren't widespread to where we're all
Exactly.
suffering different things.
Yeah.
We're all suffering from the same thing. We don't need a ton of different sources or a widespread net to catch all these different varieties
just
of
fix the shit
fish.
that's
All
the
they need is
problem
they just need to make one account that doesn't look like it belongs from Bungie and leak a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, I've been
Right,
excited.
like,
I've
yeah.
been getting excited seeing some. I've seen short trailers of like
The
the difference
exotics
they made
update.
to the exotics update, and that's like, hey, they're doing stuff again. But I don't know.
Is it enough to bring you all the way back in, though?
So for me,
Dog, I know. Like,
Is it
I
enough to
haven't
bring you
touched
all-
it, dog.
it's
all the
all
way back.
about content and gameplay. And
It's
to me,
lacking. And if I'm not getting another raid,
yeah, right.
we're
you're
not
right.
getting another raid. We're getting
A
a
layer.
fucking layer that we're gonna go in and literally figure out within 1 week, beat it 10 times, and then be like, oh well, you know what? Now we realize it's just not that interesting,
It's
and we
just-
were fooled.
It's just one big puzzle.
Yeah, we
and
were
there's no
fooled.
change to it.
And the only hard part is the very end of the boss fight. But once you really figure it out, we kind of just do it. Remember,
Yeah.
we did it with a man down, and
Yeah.
like we were like, dude, man, we don't even know if we're gonna finish this. And then, like, 4 days later, we're like, dude, we got
We
this.
don't
Like,
really need, but we also
Yeah, and then we kinda
also
figured it out.
played the what the hell is that
we're
Celestial
like-
Nighthawk game?
Yeah, but we're also sitting there like, oh man, it was been 10 hours. This has been 10 hours of us in there.
Yeah.
And then like you really think about it, you're like, dude, that's like not even that much time really of what you've played the game.
yeah.
And at the moment, it feels like, man, this is tough, da da da. But it ain't no Dark Souls tough.
What you had in
It
the
ain't
raid,
no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't no like, oh my god, I feel like I accomplished something here. You're kind of like at the end of it, you're like, that was it.
And here's like I think a big line that really just fucked up the layer versus the raid for your perception of it. It's linear.
yeah.
The raid was this big open, holy crap, look at the size of this thing. Where do I go? Oh my, there's a fucking chest right here. Why
Yeah.
would that like all this crazy shit? So it's like you had a big
The underbelly,
you
right.
had a sandbox to discover and they just threw you in it. Versus the layer was just it's a dungeon. It's I start here and it's just this one line really.
Right.
You
Yeah.
couldn't get lost in the layer. You
Right.
could, but that's because you're going vastly off the one course you have.
You're literally like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what the
I'm
fuck's
gonna-
up
Oh,
here?
Here's
I'm
the,
gonna slide
here's
in
the
this
first
gap
door.
I can
I'm
barely
just gonna
move
go that
through.
way.
to see what
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
But then again, like the thing was, the raid promoted you to do that, and then you go into the layer, and it's like, wait, I can't do shit. Wait, I can just walk through this in one fucking line, and then oh no, there's fire. Jump through that one hole that's turning, and then like oh, we're at a boss.
Lightning striking. You can't be within this yellow caution square.
That was kind of funny though. I
But
enjoyed
okay,
playing that
It was
part.
funny because it was trolly to people that didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like honestly, that's stupid.
And then once you
That's
figure it out,
fucking
you're like,
stupid.
oh wait, I could just go through three of
Like
these.
really,
It's like
that's a child's game.
I know.
Cross the line and you're safe. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like
I
that's a
know.
fucking child's game. Dude.
what time is it, Mr.
You know, yeah.
And people
3
start
o'clock.
trying to create challenges like I'm gonna run past 3 of the boxes to see if I make it.
Yeah, where you like find the shortcut to triple jump it to
Oh,
get
yeah.
the 2 boxes down because like you had to.
'Cause you don't
want to
wait any longer?
Yeah, dog, yeah.
But
come
hey, you
on.
were rewarded with a pretty dope like blast through all those things, and then those random giant waterfalls, and then the whoa.
That was bullshit too, because you had to hit like certain
And the
ones.
ring system is terrible
Oh,
to tell you
come
which ones are
on,
hidden
dog.
and which ones aren't.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
you
that
can
was
only
kinda hard.
jump one time. Like, come.
Let's not get into it.
Oh
look,
my
look,
God.
we've got way cooler things to talk
Let's
about.
not get into that.
Yeah, let's-
Anyways, we saw the teaser. It's out. We're rock stoked. We're semi stoked. It's gonna take a lot.
I'm stoked because you get to rediscover all
Okay,
your.
I'm gonna play
your
it. Don't get me
guns.
wrong.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
play it. But like, come on, man, bring me back in.
Yeah.
I wanted to go home. I
can't.
would miss the days.
You know when I think
where
they'll start
literally
bringing people back
I
in?
didn't. I fired up my PlayStation 4 only and played Destiny 2. Now I fire up my PlayStation 4 and my Xbox and I play fucking Fortnite on either system all night, depending on who the fuck's on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude, make my life a little bit more interesting. Otherwise, like, Fortnite's got it, dude.
Man, I'm.
Because God of War was only gonna last for so
maybe
long.
they're
Yeah, I was just about
they're
to
just
say when
because-
God of War fizzles out, I'm back on Monster Hunter. Dog.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's the game for longevity. Dude, Monster Hunter's still. It's number
Bungie
one.
just needs to take a page out of like. Take a look at Rainbow Six Siege.
yeah.
You can bring it back, but you got to do it for your players. You got to change it. Like if you're gonna change shit to have them come back and replay things, then change shit appropriately. I think
Right.
some of the staging out can become a problem because it's just this
But, like-
gradual
but,
process.
like, how did they do so fucking good at Destiny? Literally, Destiny 1, okay? Great, 3 years lifespan, great. You and like you're saying, like all these other games, that's how they're doing it. They're keeping it fresh. How are you not when you've already done it? Literally, some of these people are probably looking at you and your game Destiny 1, like how you release the DLC, how you release
And
some of the
this is what
updates
it
for
is.
free.
People forget the foundation. Like, this is
Yeah.
what created
Oh,
the
they're
game.
like, we made such a great game.
We're going to outdo ourselves when
Again,
people are here.
stories, this and
When
that.
if you want to outdo yourself, create a different game, because this is the game we play. So this is
Seriously.
the foundation. This is how it should be. And if you want to make Destiny 2,
Delete
it
it.
should be like that.
Delete it.
And then, this Destiny 2 that you released, you should have named it like Warrior Space King. I don't know.
Delete
know
Destiny
what
2.
they
need to do?
Rename it.
Yeah.
Delete
They need to
Destiny
make-
2 or rename it.
Look,
Yeah.
okay, so for their 3 years, they came out with these also major expansions, right? Their
3 major
first major
expansions,
expansion needs to be just given to us. If they sell it to us, no one's going to buy it. Their
future,
first
you're
major
talking about for
expansion,
future-
yes, I'm talking
yeah,
future
like-
Bungie.
yeah.
Because now, again, I didn't have the Destiny 1 experience. I had the Destiny 2 experience. And one thing that, from my perspective, when I was studying Destiny 1 a little bit, was that honestly, it really ticked up and hit its stroke and it hit stride in year 2.
Year 2, correct.
And part of that is because then they already had 1 year of content that they could stack on top of.
yeah.
So then once
But
someone's
the
joining,
foundation was
hang on.
already hot.
I know. And you know what? Destiny 2, we loved the shit out of the foundation until we played it all. So what I'm saying is that you lose everybody, but then you come out with this second year thing, and then you get to restack all that old stuff, so it feels like you have this cycle of content because they have a whole year of content. They're putting in the time now to fix it, and if the second major, if the expansion, the next one that comes out, is free for everybody, then what you have is everyone gets rebooted into all of it
Right.
because you have all the content to cycle through, and you don't feel like it's just a wash like it is right now. That's a perspective, like that's
Yeah.
my own assessment.
No, and
But-
that's good. That's good because in Destiny 1, and this is true, it didn't really tick up until then because people didn't really understand
the game and
rating
what you
process
had
the
and what you had to
exactly.
find and discover.
And it was
Yeah.
hard fought because you couldn't max light, which that was the most important thing to everybody.
Yeah.
Is to get the max light level. You couldn't max light unless you could finish the raid.
Yeah.
And I love that idea.
yeah.
And a lot of people loved it, but
That's good.
guess what?
You have to earn it.
A huge population didn't because you couldn't matchmake
hard.
because you couldn't matchmake a raid,
Oh, okay.
and they did that on purpose. It's probably one of the hardest decisions they ever made when they first developed this game, Destiny, and it literally preserved the value of the raid for the hardcore raiders
Yeah.
because it created the carry. It created all of these things inside Destiny, which created the community, which created people wanting to help others, people that were mean to others because they weren't as good. Right? This all builds this family, right? Where
Sorry, you don't
some
have that emblem equipped. We can't have you on this team. We're gonna have to boot you right now.
We're part of
Oh,
it
you do
so-
have the emblem? Then put it on right now.
Somebody's so right. No, and that's exactly it. That's
some real
exactly
shit.
it. Where it's so cruel. It's so cruel, but it's also like an honor. It's like armed forces are like military or
So-
militia minded, where they're like, show your rank and this or that, and if not, like somebody will either give you the hard route where they're like gonna be really ruthless to you and you'll learn, or they're going to totally take your hand and bring you through it. And that literally, like that mentality, like built the whole community. Which you got Trials of Osiris later from that, which built the PvP community. All right, all this build up of all this stuff, and then it carries over to D2, but it's just really all not there.
But
And this took time. It took time.
I get that 100%,
And
but-
D2 is going to take time too. But the decisions that they've made in the core of D2 are so totally different than D1.
Bruh.
I think it's a fucking rough road.
I think the updates that they've released on it so far have been good.
Yeah.
They're good,
but
but
I
they're
feel
not there.
I just feel like they're only good for so long.
You're right.
And this is what
teamed
makes
up.
it.
Here's how I see it then. They're planting the seeds now because in 6 months, when they're getting ready for whatever a next update or expansion
It's year
is,
2.
we're hitting year 2
So that's going to be year 2. So they're
So
going to
that's
whole
what
new
I mean
DLC.
is that they're planting the seeds now because if they fix the engine now, like they're doing,
Right.
that means that when they give you the next major wave of what hadn't actually been released is we're coming out with this stuff or in plans or wherever they're at in their business process of it, they're planting the seeds in the engine now so that when they have all the new content, you're on that better engine, and in 6 months when everyone's like, "Oh, I'm coming back to Destiny again,"
Right.
it's everyone just wakes up like, I
But
just came out of a coma.
But remember,
And-
we talked about the same time
Yeah.
thing. What are they going to do to get new
It's
players?
what a cock.
right. What are they gonna do to get new players? And exactly what.
But
That's a strategy of
This
what
is the
exactly Sam's
problem,
talking
though.
about. It says 6 months from now, when it's holiday season, video game time. How are we going to
It's
be
like
able to present
the
ourselves?
best thing you can do to
again?
enjoy your Destiny experience is take your time getting back into it.
bruh,
Yeah.
Slow yo roll, you know.
I feel like part 2 should have just literally been part 1, just beefed up. But like all the shit, all the content from part 1 should be available for like backplay.
So this
things
is-
like
Destiny 2 should have started with Osiris.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I agree.
So
with all of the stuff incorporated
it's
into
funny.
it with Osiris.
This is
No,
how
I agree.
I was like kind of. I think even in the
That should've
beginning
been
of
the core
Destiny
of the
2,
game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a little confused about something with Destiny 1 where just as you've expressed when you explained out all of Destiny 1 and that growth of a community, it was all new shit. And even though it was a whole new story and all these new things, it was still built on the same foundation, Destiny 2 to a degree.
Right.
That when we jumped in night 1 playing this game,
It was
you
fucking
guys
hype.
already knew how to do everything.
Right. Yeah,
So
we knew this
there's-
method.
You knew
Right.
their methods, you knew their process, you knew their plans,
But
and so
You
to-
didn't. It didn't feel the same.
You're
it
right. It was a new
really
game,
didn't.
but it was
At
more
first
that
it
you
did.
guys jumped in,
At first it
and
did.
you already knew how to do everything. So there was a lot less discovery to be had, and that's just so the process just didn't last as long.
The
It didn't take
disappointment-
a year for people to figure out how raids work. They already fucking knew
Yeah.
how to figure out raids.
The disappointment
Are you
for
just
me.
saying we're spoiled, buddy?
What? No, I'm saying that like that's where I was confused
disappointment
when
for
I
me-
asked questions when the game first came out. I was
The
like, why do you guys
disappointment-
already know everything? And this game just came out, and it was because it was like,
Yeah, but the disappointment for me
Mm-hmm.
on the game, and you know what? We could erase PvP from Destiny completely. Take it away.
I mean, they
I'm
want
still
that
playing.
anyway.
I'm still playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still playing because the franchise is PvE. The money is in the raids. That's where it's at. It's not in. It's never has been in PvP. It's just
I got people who still haven't even like cracked half of the raid.
It's a fun side part of the game that keeps it interesting. A way to level up for those competitive types.
And that's not a bad way then to get
And-
back into it is help people.
I mean,
Exactly.
shit, we do that anyway. Anybody
Exactly.
who needs help, we
That's
just
how
run it.
a lot of the community, all of it got started. It's so interesting how they unintentionally built such a huge, passionate community, and then literally, it's almost like they were like, yeah, they didn't realize that they did that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Destiny 2 is. It's like an ode to their terrible memory of the community they built. They're like, hey, okay, well, like we're gonna try to build a new one. It's almost like what they were kind of doing, but like, it's like no, you turned all these people away that you literally drew into you by like making. It's almost like you just by being yourself, you like instantly made us love you and then like hate you. The same, like, within 5 years.
Yeah, we gamers can be volatile though. I grew up in
We-
the Smash
we-
community.
we can.
And every new generation of Smash, there's some people
We
that jump
can.
over and then the rest just fucking hate it.
Yeah, we can. But this is the same generation. These aren't like the new Destiny 2 players are the ones that are still playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's the fucking
Like
best game for
severe.
them.
Jump over,
Because
Grandpa.
it's the
I'm gonna
fucking-
play Destiny
It's
now.
the best game.
Well, not
that
true,
they
because-
fucking played.
Hey,
It is the best first-person
Fortnite
shooter.
has snatched
It's
everybody
a
from
third-person shooter battle royale, but it's the best first-person shooter action, like RPG, MOBA-based like game, right?
It's the super
It
casual gamers' time for that game.
It's the newbies' time, and that's fine.
Well, they get to discover it.
And that's fine because, as Sam was saying, with this longevity approach, where, yeah, what we see now up front could look as a publicity stunt, but it also could be like them building the future.
Well, like,
right?
look at the structure. If down the road, if you've got 2 raids and 4 layers that are in cycle, now you got a pretty good thing. So the concept
Right.
that they're building on, they just don't have the content, and
Can
that's
we
what
get
I
a
meant with
second
my
raid?
year 2 shit. Is
Can we
there-
get a second raid?
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
second raid.
Can we get a fucking
Second
second raid?
Hallelujah.
Fuck
And
yeah.
then let's just
Okay.
move on from this shit. Guess
Okay.
what? Monster Hunter World, they got its new monster out. I don't know. Have you tried it? I actually haven't yet.
The all
but
gold
I
everything.
hear it is dope as
The
hell.
all gold everything.
The all gold
Dude,
everything?
this fool,
That's all I need.
Caleb,
I'm gonna be hunting it for the first time tonight.
Theo,
Yeah, me
Thoreau,
too,
whatever.
man. I didn't even know about him.
You guys
So I
want to
got
get
on
on
him.
it?
Too good.
Tonight?
That's what, then
Let's
let's
get
just
'em.
jump past that
All right,
shit. We'll
let's-
talk about it
let's-
next week because we got.
Let's hunt them. Let's
Good,
Let's
good.
hunt that tonight.
But you
Just
know what I
'Cause
want to
4
talk about?
I do want to too.
You know what I wanna
Let's
talk
just,
about?
Let's just go the list real quick. Just Cause 4, it's coming out for
Okay,
sure.
yes,
Rumors
let's go.
are
2020.
it's going to be the most lit shit you've ever seen.
How do
Oh,
you
for sure.
turn up Just Cause 3?
God
How
damn it.
do you?
You just got to get dubbed, dog.
just-
You just got to be like,
Like,
fuck it. It's
just
surf rockets?
possible.
You surf rockets.
Everything's
on
possible.
actual waves.
Exactly. So how do you turn
You're-
it up?
A rocket is your surfboard, and you
Okay,
are in
okay.
on a wave.
Your boat
Okay.
sprouts wings on command, and you just have like
And
a
turns into
super
a rocket.
amphibian. It can be a car, rocket, plane, boat, and you can call it whenever you want because it comes
absolutely
out of your
can
Just
wristwatch.
take
wristwatch.
off
already
into
a
the air
game.
if you're driving. No,
That's already
just-
a game. Okay. Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Switch status.
Yes. Yeah.
Battle Royale, Call of
That
Duty
is-
Battle
that is
Royale on the
about to
Switch.
be insane, dog. I don't even want to
How
get
are they
into
gonna do
this.
that? God damn it.
I got the
New
Pro
Monster on
controller,
Monster
too.
Hunter. We're going to play that tonight. We're going to produce some videos and bring those to you for you next week.
And we'll tell you how to beat it, maybe
Okay.
even
We're gonna take
You're
a
welcome.
small break,
in advance.
one jam, and then we're coming back. And guess what?
We're going hard.
On God of War,
Yes.
nonstop, the most brutal game
Beautiful.
in the last I don't know how many years.
It is great.
It's
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
it's literally
Just-
what we needed from this genre of this
yes.
style of game.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Hey,
oh
change
yes.
the whole game, though, dog.
We're coming back.
let's not
So
even get
you
into
sit
this.
right there, and we'll be back, boy.
The blood.
Yeah,
game
and then
is
get
on
your mom
DLC.
so she can hear this too. You know, just relate.
Hit them jams.
Okay. Okay.
Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. That's D, got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup, you can tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff, and that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple drink mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street, either hating on you or they hating on me. And it's shaved up, raised up, drop it to the flow, got them blades that stay tough, and the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you can call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you can call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up.
SG, DJ Dale, Big Bam, Killer P, Gino with the OE, it's the 80X team. 562 Mob.
Bars.
Yeah, I just experienced.
Yeah,
that.
watch out for them purple bars.
Purple bar, purple car.
Ooh, nice switch up.
You like that?
Ooh. By the way, we back.
We're back.
Woo!
And we shortened that one up because we want to talk about God of War.
We got so much shit to say. Dutch was going off the chain for like a minute there. We just had to cut back into the show.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're
like-
gonna do it again.
Oh man, let's just start where you were at.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, you don't want to talk about what it's like to fight someone with a purple bar?
No,
Purple
because
bar,
people
purple
don't-
bar.
People don't know what purple bar is yet. Right?
I don't know.
can't
Here's
give
a
too
hot
many
tip: purple
spoilers.
bars are hard as fuck.
Yeah. Pro tip: purple bars are.
Pro tip: they're gonna hurt
Um,
you if they hit you. In one blow, you dead.
God of War.
Oh man.
Experienced
Now,
that the first time
and
they did it.
and for me, when I say God of War, I really wish they would have added to the name because I played God of War
And every time you look shit up, you just
on
find all of
PlayStation
them.
2. You know, I played it, and this is just by having the same name. I see what they're doing, right? But it's also
Classic
can be
reboot.
but it also can be confusing. But you know what they are doing is creating a completely new God of War. And people say reboot. I don't even want to say that really
Yeah.
because
I just
Sorta
look
is,
at it.
sorta
there's
isn't.
so many things
It's
that
growth, dog.
that okay.
Let's go
God of
new
War.
beginning.
Okay, let's talk right here.
God of
God of
War,
War,
new beginning.
hack and slash game.
Oh yes.
That's what it was. That is what it was.
Yeah, it was.
This
In
is
so
not-
many ways,
this
God of War
is
is what
not-
it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is not a hack and slash.
This is not the original God of War at all. This is a
This
whole
has
new
zero
God of War.
relation. The only relating thing is
the
that it's
characters.
Kratos.
Yeah, that
Right,
is it.
right.
It is a completely different game.
And everything about him is intact. He's
Yeah.
the same motherfucker he was when he was the Greek or the Spartan.
yeah.
He still carries over qualities of that. He is
He said-
still the God of War
Yep.
in that realm.
Born again father.
Right? Okay. Correct. So, well, what's the story? What's this
Emotionally
story?
grasping story.
This
dog.
story, it literally, it allows you to like kind of understand the frustrations of Kratos while raising a son that quite doesn't know anything really about him or what he's
At
about
all.
or
Yeah.
who he was.
You can clearly tell they've not been together for
Yeah.
most of this kid's life.
And it shows moments
Like-
where he's like trying to be there as a father,
Yeah.
rather than right now he's his teacher. He's his lifeline. He is making sure that this boy.
But he's also stuck with this boy to a large
have you
degree. The
seen
way he
what
talks
is
about
that
it.
movie with? Oh my God!
Big Daddy.
No, it's
That's exactly what it's like.
No.
Hey,
It's the one where
Frankenstein,
they're
what do you
surviving.
want
It's
to
the-
eat?
It's the
30
father
packets
and
of
son.
ketchup.
Father and son. It's Viggo Mortensen, father and son, and he's surviving the apocalypse. Their mother dies.
Oh, you're talking
Okay.
about The Road.
The road. Okay,
Yeah.
if you've seen the movie, they do a great job at this father making sure, like, not only he raises his son, and a man, but he's equipped for life when he's gone
Yeah.
because he doesn't know the future, right? Kratos is in the same realm, right? He's not sure his future. He's not sure what's going on. He's literally trying to keep this kid sheltered from all of the shit that's going on around him, literally the chaos. And from his perspective, it's not too out of the norm, right?
This is the craziest shit, though. He's trying to hide shit from him that
And he's
he
doing a great
shouldn't
job.
be able to see.
And he's doing a great
but
job.
the kid sees it.
Are we talking
But
this
he's
movie or
also-
the game now?
The game.
I just had to jump
Yeah.
back.
No, the game. No, we're just
that
saying.
close, though. It's
We're
that
saying
close.
that this is only the movie is relation to the hardships of literally like you're raising a child, but now at this point you're not just raising a child to like live.
You're
in
raising
life.
a survivor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And
Rick Grimes.
and he where he wants to the times where he wants to put his hand on his shoulder and
he
ease
chooses
his
not to, yeah.
and ease his stress of you're fighting for your life, but he chooses not to. He
It
holds
tells
back.
you to close your heart from it instead of touching
He
you
holds
and-
it back.
and
For what
consoling you.
reasons? For what reasons? He doesn't want this kid to have this life. This is the life that they're given. He has to make these decisions for both of them constantly.
And
they
that's,
show
like,
they
how
they don't
you
tell you
feel.
this. They don't tell you this. They show it to you,
Exactly.
and it's done so well.
Man.
I got it like off that. I have always been a proponent for gaming because to me, when a game is done right, it combines the superior elements of a book and a movie.
Correct.
You get in your character's head, which is only done usually through writing,
Right.
and you get your visual experience, which is usually done through movie. But this game, the first thing I texted my buddy when I was playing this is like, Hollywood needs to know what the fuck you guys are doing.
Yeah, man.
Because what they did there is both of that. Like the first moment that you are teaching that kid to shoot the deer,
Right.
and it zooms in on the bow, and then suddenly you're aiming the bow as the kid, and you sort of have control, you sort of don't, because you're playing Kratos guiding your son in how to aim a bow.
Right.
And that's what it feels like.
And it does.
That shit is
exactly how it
insane.
feels.
And
But-
that's what they do in every element of you as a dad and having your son as your companion in this is everything like the kid finding things for you to check out,
Yeah.
activating different things, the kid doing stupid shit, you getting mad at that kid because he's a
Yeah.
damn
And
idiot.
Rarely, Kratos is talking to this other person.
Yeah.
They don't say it's you technically as the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you the over and that's sometimes an overlooked perspective is it's an over shoulder perspective. It's
Yeah.
someone else's view
Yeah.
on Kratos. It's not
Yeah.
Kratos' view,
Yeah.
right?
Like some Deadpool shit.
Right? Exactly. So when this is happening, it kind of leads you into this other thought process, whereas like you could potentially be the boy's mother watching this
That's insane.
as it unfolds.
Woo!
Because he's doing these moments where he turns back and he's like, he's not ready. I know he's not ready. And he intentionally turns back, looks at the camera, and says this. And it's this like little like shock moment where you're like, this motherfucker talking to me? Like, how did you like Kratos, it's up to you, man.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
hey,
Like,
seriously,
He
though,
may be
it's
he's
your day. It's
the
your
shit
world,
that
baby.
really blows me away,
he
though.
is the world jumper though.
Does it not seem like Kratos is keeping the kid alive, but it seems like the kid is more equipped for this
Well, that
environment
kid can't
than
fucking die.
Kratos.
well,
That
exactly.
kid cannot die. He's impervious to anything.
We're getting into that whole kind of idea of the story.
I'm saying it's kinda
And
like
that's why
they
I'm
need
telling you
each other
guys.
for
I'm
sure.
telling you that's why I'm taking this so slowly
my
because
bad.
it's not the story of the game, playing the game, the progression of the game because it's story driven. This is
Yes.
clearly story driven. They all actually are story driven, and they throw in these elements from so many different games, platforming, puzzle solving, all these things that kind of like
Man,
throw
one of
your
the
And
puzzles
they
is-
they
throw your
turned
mind.
up that puzzle
but
solving.
they throw
with
your
the,
mind.
like-
They throw your mind off of like this deep, detailed story that they're actually telling you, and then also introducing you to all of this Norse religion and mythology.
Yeah.
and they tell you the
So
stories
easy,
in
right.
beautiful ways. You
But-
discover it in the game.
Yeah, and they've disguised that learning lesson, that educational part with fun puzzles, awesome combat, and brutal kills.
And then what do they
Right?
all? Yeah,
Wait till
and
you
they
hear
even
some Kratos
combine it a
stories,
step
dog.
further, where it's like either it's Kratos teaching the son reading something. I love that because Kratos can't, or them both learning something together. So
Right.
it's like they're literally both teaching each other
Yeah.
things as they go through this. They're meeting each other. They're
Right.
learning
It's-
each other.
exactly.
And it's like
It's
you
the
feel
introduction.
so much a part of this thing. It's insane.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's
and
just-
that's what it is. It's the introduction of them
Yeah.
that you're going through. They're bonding. They're getting to know each other. Kratos is having the difficulties as a father, being, emotional,
father
and
of a kid he
sympathetic
doesn't know.
and sympathetic to his child when he's
Yeah.
also trying to be stern and teach him, how life is. The kid trying to be a kid and fun, also while trying to impress his father, and the difficulties that go on with that in real life. Everybody knows about that in real life.
They
And
humanized Kratos so hardcore with this, dog.
he is. Kratos is a human.
Hey,
though.
dog, but this the crazy part.
He
He
is a
wasn't,
human.
dog.
He
He
was.
wasn't, dog.
He was,
He
though.
was the god of war,
He was originally
dog.
human
But he was the god of
because he
war.
killed the god.
I'm just saying, dog.
I'm just saying.
Like, he's
That's how he acquired it.
He-
So he has this life, though, the kid doesn't have a normal life. It's clear. He's not a normal kid.
At
He's
all.
not going to be. And, Kratos isn't even sure what he's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of all this. All this, the fear of Kratos, isn't just raising his son to be a man. It's raising his son to what if he
He's
he
a
knows
god.
the potential of the gods, though.
The son expresses
he says,
power.
but he says
Exactly.
you never trust a god. Kratos is a god himself, and he's
Yeah.
telling his son, who is a potential god, you never trust a god. You never do this
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, his mother's what we think she's a witch.
Okay, I
so
love
far?
this. I love this. The mother's name is Faye,
Yeah,
and Faye
has a
is-
whole history in
but
this realm.
Faye
He's a warrior.
is also
Valkyrie.
the fairy. That's the race is Fae for fairies,
Yeah,
which are essentially godly characters. That
yeah.
in what
They're
we've seen,
magical beings.
what we've seen are visualized as small.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
fly like characters.
fairies
with
are
small
usually
wings.
like a demigod type
exactly,
character or something.
exactly.
They are connected to that
Right.
mythology.
Right. We have witches in there.
Mm-hmm.
We have all of this stuff.
That
It could-
giant ass
it-
turtle. Oh man,
Dude,
when he
screenshots-
just stand
screenshot
up and he's like,
central.
"Bleh."
Screenshot Central.
The
Let me
world
tell you.
serpent
man.
was
Let
the
me tell
wildest
you,
shit
I
I
got
ever
the-
done.
Oh,
I was like, am
man.
I going to have to fight this
I got
fucking
the.
thing?
Oh, he's
dog?
friendly. It tells you at the last minute. He's friendly.
I
Oh,
was like, oh my
He's
god.
cool, dude.
dog.
Actually, he bit Thor,
Or he's going.
or he's going to.
Right, and this is the type of stuff that I really like about games, and especially when they do it right and well. It transcends the ability of a book, the ability of a movie,
And create something new.
Dog.
and this is like, fuck the Fortnites, fuck the PUBGs, get rid of everything else.
There are games to compete in, and this is something to escape.
Yeah, but get rid of exactly. Get rid of everything else and get this game in, and this is what people know as video games. I'm totally happy.
Dog.
I'm totally
Like,
happy.
When-
Get rid
this
of
is- yeah.
get rid of the number one game that literally most people play, Fortnite. Get rid of it and have gaming be God of War.
Yeah.
This version, and that's what people have to experience to understand gaming. And if that's what it was, totally happy.
Yeah, me too.
Totally happy. This
Bruh.
will put someone maybe the difficulty on the difficulty levels, which is something we want to talk about. Bringing it down will makes it like kind of with like Last of Us or Drake's. It just turns it into a fucking theatrical, dude. Like it's easy to enjoy. It's not going to stress you out.
I
by
wish
being
you
too
couldn't.
difficult.
I wish you couldn't select a difficulty on it.
I love.
I'm okay with it.
I love how they just give you 5 right off the bat. They're like, "Do you want to like have fun?
And they do a good job
do you
of
wanna, like,
expressing
have some
it. Yeah.
fun and like get some challenges? Do you want to be challenged? Do
you like dying?
Yeah. Do you want to fight?
Have
like,
you
and
welcomed your own
just-
fate?
And then yeah, do you like dying? Like it's like but they did that right because they mentioned Dark Souls. The developers mentioned Dark Souls.
Yeah.
They are not shying away from that. They wanted elements of Dark Souls, and I don't get any Dark Souls feeling from this game. I don't get it. I don't get no.
No, let him continue though. I
You're-
think
you're-
this is
you're-
going
yeah,
somewhere
you're not,
good.
Yeah, like how you play Dark Souls is not how you play God of War.
I
You
agree with
might
that because
die a
I keep
lot.
trying to play
You might-
like Dark
you
Souls
might-
and I get fucked.
You might die a lot. You might die a lot like Dark Souls, but that's not what makes Dark Souls Dark Souls. The fact that you die, that means it's difficult. It doesn't make it the game, right? And God of War's done that. They've created their own identity, made it just as hard, if not harder, and the fucking fighting style is amazing and new. And the combinations are fucking great. The
The
weapon layout,
incorporation
the
of your
button layout,
moves into the puzzles.
Dude,
This
it's all
fucking
yeah,
axe that
yeah.
you could throw anywhere
It's
and
great.
do the coolest
Yeah.
damn shit
Like,
in the world.
get your arcs right, because you might have to hit
Oh,
3 targets
man.
at once on
Yeah.
the fall
Oh,
down
yeah.
too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
so get your shit right. But what I'm saying is like they did it right. They made it available for every single person that wants to play this game
Yes.
for whatever desire.
This is a game you buy a PlayStation so you can play it.
Exactly, and they've
You don't
done it.
have to buy another game. You
They've
can
done
buy
it.
this.
They have the resolution. They have a performance resolution enhancement, a video frame rate enhancement, whatever you want. Right? You could play it to your liking. If you want it to be theatrical, you could put it on your 4K setting, right? Where the lower difficulty, where it's going to look real beautiful when you're doing your sick moves. You can show off to people a little bit.
The first
You know what I mean?
troll I killed was with the comeback with the axe. So I call it back to me, and it just goes right through his chest, and then he just goes and die. Oh my, that was
Yeah.
so damn
There's
cool.
so many good ways to get kills. Like I love how they incorporate the axe to where your runes that you equip are what your axe's abilities are.
Yeah, I
We've-
like that shit.
Oh yeah. So like we talk about how it's got these amazing theatrical scenes. It's got these amazing battle sections, or like how the fight mechanics are.
Yeah.
It's got all this great puzzle work, but it is seamless transition between all of it.
It is.
I am still confused if I should be pressing buttons in places because of how seamless that transition is
Right.
between film and gameplay and
Yeah.
discovery and
about the load
fucking
scenes, though?
awesome murder scenes.
What about the load scenes? Literally, it's like if you die, you could literally just hit X, load right back into it.
Yeah,
It's literally
it's
right
not
back.
that long
it's
at
almost
all.
instantaneous.
What are you playing on? PlayStation Pro or
Yeah,
PlayStation?
Pro,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on the regular PlayStation. There is a load, but
yeah,
it's
there is a little
not
bit-
bad at
there's
all.
a different
and
load time.
Who cares?
There's different load
it's
times
it's
when it comes to
nothing. It's nothing like it used to be in games. So like it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, like, the game's gorgeous.
And yeah,
Okay, the game's gorgeous. The
So
story
let's-
is great.
I picked a lower difficulty because of the fact that I am wandering through this game. I'm enjoying every moment of how beautiful it is, and I'm moving at a slow pace.
Yeah.
I know, like, I may turn the difficulty up in a bit, but I wanted to
can't
jump
change
into the game.
I can't change it.
You know
can't
what?
change it,
Personally,
period.
I have a
you
hard
can.
can?
transition when I play games. Like when I jump into a new game, it takes me a little bit longer to adjust to HUD screens
Yeah.
and play
I
styles
just
and
go all
movement
in.
and things. So I'm gonna turn it up in a bit, but I really enjoy just like I move so slow because I look at the scenery in the distance.
Yep.
I look at the scenery close by. Everything
everything,
looks
yep.
so good.
Dog, it's shit that you miss too. Like you'll be walking and you'll look to the right and see all these things like flying, and then you'll look up and you'll see like some shit like Loki or something. You got to pay attention to everything. Like
Yeah.
this shit just traveling.
Well, there's
It's-
through
Odin's,
realms.
Feels like a
Odin's
constant
ravens.
realm.
Yeah, Odin's
are
ravens.
all around
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
maps. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to throw your axe.
And they're
get 'em.
kind of hard to see because they're that like
They're
glistening green,
yeah.
but they're like a
It's
digital
transparent,
kind of green or
yeah.
like a camouflage.
Yeah, you're like
looking-
that could be a light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But bruh, there's
The
a
first one I
scene-
killed, I threw by accident. Now
Yeah,
you're like,
what
oh, I
was-
killed someone. What?
There's
Sorry,
a
Rock.
There's a scene in the game, dog, where it's like a reality check for Kratos, dog, that you guys are about to run into. Mm-hmm. Watch, you're gonna call me after, like, yo, real shit, because
Just
he thought he was
surprise
just
after
going a couple
surprise.
seconds. Like, it literally seems like moments when you're playing it, and then it's like, oh shit. And when you come back, it's wild as shit, dog.
They've
You'll
done. They did that in God of War previously.
Yeah, but this, like, it's a trip. It's humbling for him when you see what went down. It's like, oh shit, watch
Like a
this.
flashback kind of thing, or
No, you don't even get to see what
Okay,
happened.
like yeah. Well, I don't know. Get
No,
why
I don't
you
want
even bring
details.
that up.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I just wanted
I
you
don't
guys
know
to
why
know.
he's
you
just
dog.
bring
teasing
that
you.
up.
So
Yeah,
you
I know.
guys
he's saying
could be
Dutch. If
excited
you're
for it.
thinking something, it should be playing more of this game.
Yeah.
I know you were already thinking
yeah,
that,
I'm
but
yeah, I
like
know.
you said before, for the listeners out there,
Yeah. However,
Hey, fuck you guys.
well, like how are we
Dude, I was
supposed to
working with you
Hey,
there.
how
I
are we
could
supposed
tell
to
you.
working with you.
Okay, but
But
how-
instead,
I
I
don't
wanted
wanna
to
know.
hype it up.
he's just
Okay,
yeah.
but how are we supposed
good
to-
job,
You
Rob.
can be excited.
How
Hey,
are we
Rock,
supposed to
thank you.
elaborate on that?
It's
Thank
supposed
you.
to be excitement.
You don't.
Okay.
That's
You
so-
just say you're fucking right because this
I
shit
said
is
that's what I said, and he got
immaculate.
mad. That's
Well,
what I said.
That's
and he
just
got
rock.
mad. I was like, okay, cool, and he goes, oh,
Hey, look, he feels emotion. That's a good thing for you. You know, that's a compliment. Good job.
most emotion. I've
It could
seen
just
out
be
of
the
him since
Jameson,
Destiny
but
2.
No, it's the Mickeys.
Ooh, is that your chaser?
But
right now?
seriously,
I just
the
poured
big
whiskey
changes
out. It was
from the
disgusting.
series, the big changes from the series, though, obviously the combat system.
It's very sandboxy. You even tell like
The armor?
you find things you can't kill because they are that much more powerful, and so like you are going to be coming back to areas a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
for
you
sure.
know what? That's funny. I only ran into something that's stronger than me
Once so far, but
Yeah.
it was right after you emptied the water.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm trying to be
well,
like
yeah.
as bland as possible
Yeah,
in
yep,
description,
yep,
but
yep,
like
yep.
so like and then you found that one thing you climbed up and there was like that orb you grabbed and
Yeah,
it came
yeah,
out and it just
yeah.
one hit and you were.
Yeah.
But
I
you
maxed
also
it out.
find around those things.
Yeah, but I
you
don't
find
know-
you find things that like doors you can't open yet.
That's for
mysteries
sure.
you can't unlock until
That's for
you get
sure.
certain arrow types or
That's for
something
sure.
like
That's,
that.
That's actually something that's been in the game, God of War's, the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I'm
They've-
very limited on
they-
God of War's actually.
so like any like that was common for like action
See,
platformers
I didn't think
like
God of War's
Castlevania.
was a go back and play though.
So a castle. Oh yeah, no, it is. Like,
It is.
Well, I mean,
for
like,
sure.
in the sense, like, you don't play the game over. Not
Yeah,
playing
no,
the
no,
game
no.
over again. I mean,
Like, it's-
it
yeah,
doesn't
no.
seem like typically my God of War experience was so linear.
Did you play any of the Castlevania like
The newer ones?
newer
No,
ones?
I
Okay,
didn't.
so that they kind of like mastered this, like how
The
even God of
technique?
War was how it was played out, because they made Lament of Innocence, which
Mm-hmm.
is a PlayStation 2 dungeon crawler, but like 3D action platformer, right? And Castlevania was very popular for this. They would have you experience stuff early in the game that you would have to get like an achievement later in the game, like almost at the end, but to come back and open that door to get the thing that will actually allow you
like
to
go
complete.
collect all the chests that you forgot.
We've seen that even
this
in
seems
Zelda.
a lot more like eventually it'll be more jump around as
Right.
you feel like.
Right, but we've seen it in Zelda where you
Okay.
eventually see the boss door before you get the boss key.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Right? It's kind of that same
That
kind of
little
mentality. It's a
tease
little
come
bit
back.
more complex, but it is that same kind of, that's how I relate it. That's how
Okay.
I become familiar with it, so it's not so strange.
I guess something about this
Where-
one just
'cause
it has a much more open
It will tear
sensation.
you apart if you don't accept these moments.
I've already
It's
like
okay.
spent like
Right.
30 minutes on
Right.
like no, the box is right there.
Yeah, and God of War has actually always had these moments in it,
Okay.
and
It has.
it's kind of how the progression just naturally works out in those types of games, and I enjoy that thoroughly because it just doesn't give you everything right off the bat. It's like a way to put a layer of difficulty without really doing much. It also makes a linear game not so linear, which are two great things. Makes the game more dynamic, makes it feel like it's more challenging, which is great.
Yeah.
These are things that they did such a great job
Oh,
by
yeah.
keeping. His climbing ability, the way he opens this chest.
I
and
love how
even
they
now
show
more,
the things you can climb. Like
Yeah.
they really do a
They
good
put the
subtle,
verse-
but you can tell it
Right.
entirely of like
right.
where to
Instead
go.
of just highlighting the
Yeah.
ledge. You know what I mean?
and
Such a
yet
simple
still
way of doing it.
you're like, oh crap, there is a chest right here. Like you find
Yeah.
that all the time.
But I love how they keep the chest intact of how he opens it, the one that looks like the traditional chest, but the new wooden ones he just fucking smashes
Smashes
through.
it, yeah.
So like they kept this like cool thing that everybody liked about Kratos, like how he opened the chest. Like it's an unusual thing to say right
Kratos
now.
is an animal.
But it's an unusual thing to say now, but it's like
Yeah.
it was so ID'd him like on all the other God of Wars 1 through 3.
It was like,
That's
oh
how he
hey,
got-
this chest just has a lid and it
And he's
flips
like-
open. I'm gonna smash it.
and you have to like hit circle for it to open it. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
a moment inside the game, and now they like kind of allow you to relive that. So they keep that nostalgia for you, right? But then they just fucking throw you for the fucking 180 with
Just
the
as
combat.
the story kind of is, you feel like you're still Kratos, but you're in a new place.
Right?
Yeah, that's
and he's
the best way to put it.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're uncomfortable.
Even the
watching
things that
him
have been
be
there
uncomfortable,
are
you know?
uncomfortable that you're there.
Yeah, and
Like you meet that first witch, and she knows you're not from there.
Yeah, everybody knows you're not from there, and you're kind of not sure why they know, and this is why they do know, but you know what I mean? Like,
And-
you're like, why am I so interesting? But you know why you should be so interesting? Because you're the God of War from
While
another
we're
realm.
jumping from Kratos, how fucking dope are these characters?
Dude,
Brock,
dude, honestly,
I absolutely
but who,
love
dude?
these dwarves that are
I don't love
your
them.
weapon. Really? He's such
Dude,
an
which one
asshole,
of them,
and I
which
love
one
him.
of them's turning on you?
Both of them probably. They're dwarves. Who knows? They're both assholes in different ways, and I fucking love I just love
One
their
is turning on you,
personalities.
like,
Which
they're
one?
like normal as shit for me, dog.
Which one's turning on you?
Probably the blue one. He's a piece of shit.
Mine are fine.
None of them have turned on me yet. Does that happen, or are you just making an assumption?
You guys do not feel like they have a personal beef?
They
One
got
of them's
personal beef
lying?
more with each
You don't
other.
feel like one of them's lying to you?
Okay. About what? I'm just curious.
All right, we're just gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave.
I
it
would
there.
love it.
I'm
I
surprised.
love- I just
I'm surprised
like
that
the
you guys
characters.
haven't developed. I have developed so many thoughts on
Oh, okay.
this game.
For me,
on
to me,
everything.
I'm
It's
not
not on
trying.
Everything.
I haven't
Like,
tried.
I
thinking
have a
forward.
notebook, dude.
Oh,
okay, I got a
damn.
fucking notebook.
Hear me out.
damn.
Like, this
I get
shit's real to
where
me.
I get where
This
you're
shit's
coming
real
from.
to me.
No,
okay?
hear me out. I get where you're coming from. One of them did some weird shit.
They both did weird shit to each other, but they don't tell you.
Journal
Yeah,
entry.
yeah.
Exactly.
April 21st.
Brock's a liar.
This son is a piece of shit right now. He better fucking learn not to touch shit when I ain't looking
It's
at
like
him.
I walk in and
Don't
he
run
sees
ahead.
Max, he's like he's like offended. Like, what's up with the axe?
Yeah,
dog?
yeah.
And he's like, well, your brother.
And then Kratos has to punk him.
yeah, and this fool's like, let me see it.
But
Dang,
but
it's
but,
better.
you
Like,
know,
he does that,
he's-
and I'm like,
Faye was a big deal. That's something you learn from him.
yeah, she was.
Faye's only mentioned by one of them.
That's
Exactly.
true. But they each had. Hey, but they.
Motherfucker, I got the notebook. Okay,
I know,
I'm telling you
I'm
right
agreeing
now.
with you.
Okay, I'm
But
telling you
I'm
right
not
now.
gonna question
my
that shit.
God,
But
dog.
each of them had a side of the brand,
Right?
and each of them like. It's like they don't really want. I mean, they hate each other, but they are more about
Let's
that
get to
axe.
this reason why. Oh yeah, well, because
Than anything else.
Like, but let's talk about that though.
But they don't think you deserve it. I guess they don't. You.
Let's talk
You're
about
a
that.
stranger.
Let's talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially in these times.
Have you guys
Yeah.
done any
Let's
of the side
take
missions?
let's
I mean,
take some of
for
this
them?
time.
Well-
Let's take some of the history, the moment that this would have been taking place in.
Well, let's put
you
one
didn't
word on it.
fucking make an
Ragnarok.
axe. You didn't make an axe for anybody.
That's true.
You didn't fucking pour blood, sweat, and iron into a fucking weapon to
And
just
magic.
yeah,
These
and
guys,
just be like,
like-
yeah, well, I don't know you. Here you fucking go.
I
So
love that
can
description
see-
of like being able to like how dwarves are like, yeah, we know how to like take like the most magical shit and just be like, I'm gonna make a weapon
yeah.
with that.
and then like, but everybody kind of agrees to that too. They're
Yeah.
like, well, dwarves have their way.
Yeah.
That's just what they say in the.
That's-
They're like,
which
okay.
is I gotta love that. You got that because
Yeah.
it
If you know
fits
about
this
dwarves-
dwarf stigma.
But if you know about dwarves,
Yeah.
right? If you
They're
were a
stubborn
fucking
as shit, but they're good at
if
it.
you're a fucking advanced Dungeons and Dragons, or you did D&D, or any of that
I don't
shit,
know, Lord of the Rings or like
or Lord of the
anything
Rings,
with a dwarf.
you- exactly. If you read books about dwarves or any of that
You
stuff,
played
you,
Munchkin.
you know that they're
card-
fucking frugal, like scientific motherfuckers engineers that keep to
blacksmiths.
themselves.
Yeah. They're like, look, I get it that
They
you're
don't get
tall
along
and
with
shit.
anybody else.
You may be looking up there, but down here is where the shit lives because I'm the shit. That's every dwarf for you.
Yeah, that's some real
every
shit.
dwarf. But this game is, for me, it is, because God of War does this, okay? The games do this. They put you into an area where you think you're comfortable, excuse me, and you think you know what's going on, but then they flip the script, and you don't know exactly, like, what's really going on, who you really are. Like, they do this a lot. Kratos always has the struggle of, is he doing
What he's supposed to.
what he's supposed to? Is he doing right by the position that he's in?
And that's where I feel actually.
For instance, the guy he killed the god for what, selfish reasons? But no, ultimately they weren't, right?
I mean, in this one, the first one you kill is he's trying to fuck you up. You don't
Right.
even know him yet. He's
right.
just
And then it turns into this slew of all this stuff. He doesn't know what kind of capacity he's like operating in as the god of war for, the Greeks, as Spartan.
Exactly.
like
He's comfortable there. Here he's not. It shows it so much. The story shows it. His discomfort.
he's lost. He can't read.
He
He has to rely on a
he's
fucking
not-
boy to
he's-
learn shit
yeah,
about the world around
a
him.
boy who he's actually supposed to be the one.
A boy that we barely think he knows
Telling-
that kid's name. I know he says
You know?
Atreus, but like honestly, he calls,
calls
him
him
boy,
boy
all
every
the
time.
fucking time.
Boy.
Until he loses something, he's like,
Okay, favorite parts.
Atreus, where'd you
Okay,
go?
Here we go, though. Once again, these parts when Kratos loses his son. what happens?
He frees.
You instantly get Spartan rage,
Yep.
and you go nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, but then we get this cutscene where he's scared to put his hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody's paying attention, what is that fucking telling you? It's like
He's a shitty dad.
It's no, it's, dude. It's the struggle of literally like
Yeah.
I will fight for you for my life. I will put my life on the line. But don't ever for a moment get it twisted. I am not going to be soft on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? Because it's a hard world. That they live in. That never is said. He never says that.
It is.
But
the
you get
Kratos
that.
mantra.
You get that.
Passed on is what you're
He
experiencing.
says that,
It's
exactly.
not like it just tells it. It's not like, hey, here's my son. I taught him this shit.
Right.
No, it is you are learning with this son
Right.
how Kratos would raise a son.
Exactly. You're experiencing.
I mean-
what he would be doing and the struggles of someone who like literally doesn't know what.
Let's
it would
just
be
zoom out on
do
this
that.
story.
Like-
what is your general purpose right now? Bring your this kid's mother's ashes.
Your
wife.
wife.
You're bringing them to the top of a mountain.
That's
That's
a
the
ritual
only
that
purpose.
Only she wanted to be carried out
Yeah.
because when you tell people about it, they think you're weird.
Yeah. That's it.
So
That is the purpose of this game right now.
That's it,
Is
right.
bring ashes to the top of a mountain.
Right.
And then you're like, boy, why would you run into fucking black smoke that's just permanently sitting there? You dumb kid. But you know what?
a boar.
Word from people who are a bit further in the game, and this is something that's dope. You are gonna like this kid more progressively. This kid learns
yeah.
shit.
Oh, his moves
Again,
get crazy.
all
dog.
this stuff, but not even on the moves, in the character.
Yeah.
The dynamic development of each person in this, like you even said, with like which of these dwarves is going to turn on you. You have so much. It's not like, hey, I'm the guy that runs the shop, and then you got a guy who runs the shop. There is a whole character in there
Yeah.
that's going to change. With this story, everything's going to grow.
Right.
This shit takes it up a notch in storytelling.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And when even in parts that may not mean anything, for instance, like when you're progressing and the dwarf shows up there before you because obviously you need to make upgrades.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that makes sense. It's like a checkpoint. And you wouldn't question it, right? You would just let it be. But when you approach him, Kratos goes, "What are you doing here? How did you beat us?
Yeah.
How are you faster? We were
And he's
told
like-
this is the
he's
only
like,
path."
Bitch, I'm a dwarf.
And but the thing is that exactly like there doesn't need to be any dialogue or discourse between them to explain to us that this is a checkpoint for our sake. But they play that into the story. They let you know why Kratos is still questioning, even though this guy's here to help me. Obviously, he's gonna make my axe better, make me kill things easier.
Yeah.
I'm so why? How'd you get here before me? Kratos still.
That's
won't
also
let it
then
fly.
that's the conflict of Kratos, who you don't know is this boy, and this boy comes from a different. Atreus comes from a totally different upbringing.
Correct.
You learn things about Faye through Atreus's own personality and how
That
he
Kratos
acts.
doesn't know.
And
Yeah.
and it becomes this development of this kid has all of his mother in him, and now he's trying to accept lessons from his father. Like there's a moment where he has this one. It's like a little bit of dialogue, and it's just like while the kid's climbing on your back, but the kid laughs, and Kratos is like, "Why are you laughing, boy?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "'Cause I didn't know Mom would teach you anything."
Right. And he's like, haha, she taught me. But
That's-
Kratos is
but
like,
it's a small moment that's not even during a fight or a
Yeah.
cutscene. It's while this kid's climbing on your back up just like a minute thing,
yeah.
but it's just right there.
Yeah, but that's a huge thing because like Kratos like chuckles at that.
Yeah.
But at the same
Hey, Kratos chuckles.
but the thing is, at the same time, he's like laughing because he's like, yeah, your mom taught me like a ton of stuff.
yeah,
She's taught me more than you would ever actually think. A lot of the stuff that I'm teaching you, and they actually show that by Kratos being surprised at what his son knows.
Yeah.
And he goes, how did you know that? And he goes,
Yeah.
well, Mom would tell me, like, for instance, the languages. Kratos is actually totally thrown back and surprised when his son knows how to read these runes and
Yeah.
these Nordic languages. And he's like, oh, wait, your mom taught you these. Okay, well, then he finds out,
the
his
kid like
mom
talks to
his
animals
mom-
practically,
exactly,
or he
his mom
understands them.
taught him about hunting,
Yeah.
about the sounds of animals, all these other things that blows Kratos away as well, to where he's not realizing like at the same time, like maybe I don't have to do
Yeah.
as much as
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, it gets epic, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't say much. 'cause
So,
you
like,
guys
well,
are-
let's
I'm a little
let's
farther,
skirt on the broader
and I don't wanna
topics.
fuck
So
it
like,
up.
but I don't get how what
you
you're gonna
start-
say is gonna change what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
It's
A
all.
little
It's all.
a
We just know it's
storyline,
building
like-
to that. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
you start in Midgard. If you and you learn that there's 9 realms that exist. You're learning Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Also, just like a little sidestep, the fact that Thor Ragnarok came out this year makes it so much fucking cooler to like relearn this stuff and see it in a different light because you find the Bifrost.
Yeah,
You
and I
the
love
shit
this.
you just watched in Thor
Yeah.
is now in God of War.
But I love this type of
Boom.
stuff, though.
Yeah,
This
and-
is This is what you call a trend.
Yeah.
No, okay. Things get popular, and then other things that are popular start to assimilate with other popular things. Then they combine, and they make an ultimate
yeah.
experience.
And you even get
We've
like this
seen
is
this.
a different looking thing. This is a different looking experience than they show it in Thor. But there's enough elements the same and enough elements different that it's like.
But
It's
we've seen
so
this
cool.
with zombies,
Yeah.
right? We've seen it with when zombies are popular,
There's
everybody
all
starts
the
coming
zombie
out with
things
like
coming-
exact zombies things coming out. When
It's a day to be Vikings.
right,
That's why
Dude,
I'm gonna start braiding.
Come
my
on,
mustache
come on,
so
have
I'm gonna
come
grow
on.
like this long.
In the last 2 years, there's been a night Vikings Netflix, 3 or 4 of them.
Hellblade?
Yeah, 3 or 4. Hellblade. I want to bring that up. It kind of plays the fighting system. Kind of plays
yeah.
similar to that.
Okay, that's good to know. And just to bring up a little note on Hellblade, we talked about it last week. They definitely beat their 50,000 sales.
We knew they
goal.
would.
Killed it. Congrats.
That's awesome. That's really
Big
that's really
movements.
awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's a great game. It's a great cause.
It's all things about that game
I love that.
are just positive.
Yeah, I
Just
love that.
enough to
I
say.
absolutely love that.
It's
I mean,
real world impact, positive. It's real world message, positive. The game itself, amazing.
It oozes positivity.
Yeah, whatever.
No, it does. I was just like, you know.
And you know what? Since we're getting down to like the end here, I want to step from this game and throw another positive thing out there.
Throw it.
Because okay, you guys are now get to experience this wonderful fucking masterpiece that we just know are gonna win awards.
Let's throw
left
this
and right.
positive thing out there.
But so I have a good old friend, and 2 years ago, he left his job. He works in game testing, and he got hired at Santa Monica Studios. And for 2 years, I got to watch this dude's experience. Him just telling me nothing about this game, just telling me how hyped he was for me to experience it. And he was, in an early wave of testers that were hired, and he put his work in, and he was one of their stars. And now, to put it in his words, when you get to beat your game, he's in the cool part of the credits. So like when you catch Jake on there,
Jake, come on, give us
Jake,
the full name.
Jake Muranaka, when you see this dude, that's a good friend of mine, and I've gotten to see him like someone who has wanted to be in the game.
worked on this. He worked as a
I've watched
stellar
him work
part.
his ass off.
One of the most important parts that's overlooked.
Yeah.
That it's hard to get into. It's hard as an entry level because they like to cycle people.
What you get. So if you're jumping into testing early and you're trying to develop through this side of gaming, a lot of the beginning is
hard
you're
work,
hired
dude.
on for a game and then you're fired.
It's hard work,
because
too.
it's seasonal. They only need things.
But the big thing is it's hard work.
It
It's
is very
temporary.
hard
It's
work.
temporary hard work.
Yeah.
That, like I said before, it's not for anybody. It's passion driven.
Yeah.
You have to have the passion for gaming, all things.
And you got to have the eye.
all things. And when someone, like you're saying, like when someone that we know, I know Jake as well, really does it and is successful and he's moving through and he's making his position. I mean, it's fucking awesome because it's the type of work that they're looking for temporary solutions and that's the gaming community and that's the industry and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But dude,
But you
hard
put
work
your time in.
and
You
passion
show your effort.
and
You
passion.
do your work. You
He's not doing
have
that-
passion.
He's not doing that because he likes to fucking work hard.
No.
He's doing it because he
When
likes
I
to
met
fucking
I met this
be
dude
a part of
at
video
my
games.
first ever Super Smash Brothers tournament, and I think it was his first as well. and
Yeah, that's
how
where
we
I met
became
him.
friends.
That's
Yeah.
where I met him. I met him at the Smash
Okay,
tournament
so-
that I cruised to with you, and we hung out for a little bit afterwards. You
so
know,
that's how I met this
You know?
guy. So like in front, he and I, we've put on Smash tournaments together
Right.
before. We've managed like we are both extremely passionate about our games, and
Yeah.
he found his area to work through, and to see him reach this level of success for himself.
dude, you're in the
Because
credits
he
of
put in
God
the
of
work.
War, man.
You're in the cool fucking credits of
You're
God
in
of
the.
War.
I don't give a
So,
fuck
like-
fucking part of the credits you're in.
My
You're in
man-
the
yeah.
goddamn fucking
But
credits, dude. That's
my man
bullshit.
Jake, you worked
Shit
your
ever.
fucking ass off, dude. And
Can
like,
we get a
from the blood,
an interview with
could
him
not,
or what?
We'll
What's
see.
up,
We'll
dude?
see. We'll see. You'll get.
What's up,
to-
man?
Hey, you know
What's
what?
up, Jake?
I
Come
told
on,
you-
you coming on the show?
Told you we're gonna be hanging out tomorrow, so
All right,
come and hang out.
Next time, make it a
But
Monday.
like Jake, congrats, dude.
Yeah,
you really earned
congratulations,
it.
man.
And
That's
for
awesome.
anyone out there who wants to work in gaming,
Listen up.
that future is there. You show your passion, you show your work, you can do great things.
Yeah, no, it's dude,
Listen
it's
up.
true, it's true. But it's the passion, man.
Yeah.
You got to really, really look past like
Just as much
what
as
you would be
any
making
career
financially.
choice you make.
You have to look back past what you might be making financially, what the hours you might be working, and say to yourself,
You have to
"This is
accept
what I
doing
want to
the
fucking
work
do."
that you think the
yeah,
intern should
yeah,
do.
you sit there
You
and
gotta
tell
do it
yourself,
all.
"Yeah, I got to do this shit because this is what I want to do," and you make that decision for yourself.
And it shows. Enough
Yeah.
said.
And-
And
you
this
gotta
is a
work hard to
story
get
of
the big
someone
bucks,
who has followed the steps,
or you can listen to Biggie's The 10
started
Crack
at the
Commandments.
bottom, worked his ass up, and
you
earned
get shot at a young
something.
age and not make that much money because
Or
you only lived
you
half
get
your
shot
life.
9 times and you live through that shit, and now you get to do whatever you want.
That's
Like
real life.
50, dog.
Like get famous singing a Christmas.
50 got hit
yeah.
9 times.
50 got hit nine times with a
Thank
gun
you
that's
for
not
catching
made
my
to hurt
metaphor.
people.
Yeah. Look, we don't need to go to 50.
Anyways, God of War, man, it's got the spotlight on
This
the show
is
tonight.
a game
I
to
love
play
that.
this year. This is going to be
It is
our
the
game of the
game
month.
right now for me,
and
dog.
I think I'm getting ready to fucking give this game away.
much-
You guys, oh. Do
That was the winner of the contest right there.
right there.
I'm keeping it for
I just
myself.
like to tear shit up.
No, but seriously, we have a winner.
We do have one
For-
to announce. I don't know. Do we need to go to a break first?
No, we don't.
Oh,
we're doing it live.
It's happening
We're
live.
doing it live. We're going for
shit.
the winner. We're going retro outro, and then that's it.
And then we're gonna go home and play some God of War.
That's fucking what's happening. We told people we were playing Monster Hunter.
We're gonna hunt
what
that
I'm gonna
monster,
play.
but that don't take
Play-
too much time.
I think we're playing God of War
Or-
instead. I think I would play Fortnite and then God of War. Yeah. Me personally. But anyways,
I gotta at least see this new monster.
I've already seen it. So you guys do that, and then you guys
Did
go
you
ahead.
catch one?
You guys go
Or
ahead
kill
and
it?
worry about getting your Mega Man.
Oh, I already got my Mega Man armor.
You can't.
I already got my Mega Man Palico. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I didn't get out of it.
Dude, get it. It's cell shaded.
It's over.
Oh no!
It ended at the 20th.
It was Sodo. I love mine.
I'll never put mine on again, but I love it.
Yeah, that
It
little
looks stupid.
That little blaster is
I'm
shit.
gonna be
Oh,
honest.
I
it's so
saw it
cool.
and all.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it looked stupid the whole time, but because it's Mega Man, it's
I
just
didn't
too hype.
care when I
It's
saw
too
it.
hype. It looks stupid.
Yeah, it does. That's
just
why
say
I
that.
didn't even waste my time.
Yeah, that's a lie, Rock.
Oh God.
You're being
Whatever.
you're not being truthful
Whatever.
just
I'm
because you
just
missed
being
it.
honest.
No, you missed it.
Whatever.
Look at this
Are you-
magic.
Why?
Hey, Rob,
Why
Magic
would I
Man.
have missed it when I got
Magic
this
Man.
hooked on?
Magic Man. Those are pieces of paper.
Fuck that paper.
Anyways,
So we've teased you long enough.
He's
I
salty.
guess it's time to pick a winner.
okay. Do we need to go take a break? We didn't. We picked the winner, Sam. It was
Carver
picked in-
Johnson.
Jeez.
Do I need to slide you the
Jeez.
winner? Oh,
That's not a
Jeez.
real person.
Jeez.
oh, let me make the.
Huh?
right here,
Huh?
man.
Where's everything?
It's right here.
You got it. You can announce it,
No, you're gonna know.
dude. You the Dutch master. Who won this shit? Tell me.
Hold on. Here it is.
Tell me.
This
And
was
the winner
an,
is-
this was an Instagram. I'm not sure how to say the name,
Let's see. Let's see.
but it looks like it's Unsung Giro. That's European.
I think it's Euro, like the.
No, like a fucking big fluffy tortilla wrapped with Greek sauce and a fucking meat. of your
tahini
choice.
sauce.
You like that fucking description of a fucking hey giro? We know what they are. They're those delicious fucking things you get from fucking Greek restaurants.
Yes.
that got the tzatziki
Yes,
sauce, the
yes.
garlic spread, and whatever meat of your choice.
So for the people who
anyways-
say the sandwich wrong, Unsung Hero
Okay,
looks
did
like
I
you
say that
just
right?
won a copy of God of War.
but did I say that right?
Yeah, Unsung Hero or Hero? I would go with Hero
somebody
just
wrote
because
it down, but I
sounds
want to go
funnier
here
that
on
way.
my shit to see if that's right. Nope.
Look,
That's
we
correct.
keep saying it over again.
That's
Unsung
correct.
Hero, Unsung Hero.
That is correct.
Hey, we'll
Hit
send you
us
a
up.
message,
We're
dog,
going to
whatever
send you a
you do.
message. Congratulations.
That's what it is. That's
You
what it
just
is. I
won
said it correctly,
the
but I don't know
Plugs
how it was intended.
Game of the Month, God of War for PlayStation 2 that came out in 2007.
You got the original God of War PS2 version. It's unopened, brother. You might want to hold on to this one.
Yeah, but
No, but seriously, you got God of War, the fucking early
The
prediction.
epic of epicness.
Early prediction. Game of the year.
It's got
You got it.
It's got all the bells and whistles to be it. It's pretty.
You're
it's
the winner.
beautiful. It's from a wonderful studio.
We appreciate you participating and all other people that follow our social media, that participate in our giveaways. We do this every month. So guess what?
There's gonna be a game in May.
What he
What?
said, man. What he said.
What? What?
Opportunities
What?
every month.
what?
Win a game.
What
Have fun with
game?
us. We
What's
don't
coming
know.
out in May?
Rock.
We're gonna find out.
Dude.
You guys
Fucking
should just be happy.
Detroit, Becoming Human.
Oh, is that coming out next month?
Sure.
It's got a chance. No, it comes out tomorrow.
No,
No,
the
the
demo
beta
does.
comes out
The
tomorrow.
beta,
My
yeah.
bad.
Anyways,
so you
we'll
know,
just make that decision unless you're going to look that up right now within the 5 minutes that I'm going to close the show. So you make that decision.
no, don't
I'll
make a
continue
decision.
doing what
You
I'm
guys
doing.
can find out by listening to another episode. Because guess what? We back.
We
next
gave away.
week,
We gave
Monday
away
at
a copy.
6 p.m.
That's true. We gave away a copy of God of War on PS4 today to Unsung Hero. I don't know why I say it like that.
I say Unsung Hero just because that is funny.
Because it's not a hero, though.
But-
it's Jiro.
But you would want to say
It's a
Unsung
gyro.
Hero, right? Like that's what it. That's I would think that'd be like the character, right? I
And
don't
that
know.
shit corny as fuck, dog.
Anyways, we're not here to
Well, guess
judge
what?
Instagram
Corny as
names.
fuck just won a game.
Yeah.
And he won a game
we're
again.
not here to talk
'cause-
about his name or anything besides the fact that he won that game. He supported the
Congratulations.
I guess he or she.
Social
I don't know
media.
yet. Let's send a message. Hit us up. Unsung
Oh, damn,
Hero.
why you gotta make us feel bad, man?
I don't know.
Everything was going so smooth.
I
You
don't
said
know.
he or she.
Because I
We don't know. You're right.
Man,
Okay, so
I
fuck
don't-
me, dude,
Identifies
okay?
as other.
So fuck me, dude. Okay, I don't know. Why
to
did
the,
they?
to the mystery
Now I'm thinking about
unsung
whether
hero
to
out there.
support a
See,
girl.
it's totally supposed to be said hero.
We'll spell it hero next time. You
Anyways,
douchebag.
retro outro real quick.
Congratulations.
Retro outro real quick. Hardest game you've ever played on Super Nintendo.
Oh, jeez. Super Nintendo.
Hardest game. Was
Man.
that? Was that?
Oh man, oh geez. I don't know. I don't know. Was
Okay, come on. Demon Hunter, Demon Crest,
okay.
Demon
Okay.
Crest, yeah.
Ghouls
So-
and Goblins.
I didn't play
Just about
Ghouls and
any,
Goblins.
actually any two-player cooperative game, because my brother
Never
and I would get
finished
into
it.
a fight
Never
before
finished
like
it.
we'd get past level 3.
That's a good one, right?
Dude, Joe and Mac, that shit's
right,
hard
that's a
because
good one.
you have to argue over who gets that power up.
Yeah, you gotta fucking figure it out. Yeah, when like teamwork
yeah.
mattered, but you didn't even know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm competing against you. No, dude, we need to work
we just need to
together.
beat this boss.
So
We
we
just
can-
don't
No, I'm getting the power. You got the.
Look, they have scores and they're separate from each other. We're competing,
We're
bitch.
fucking competing. Exactly, and that's the fucked up thing.
Hey,
about
did you
that
beat
shit.
it, Joe and Mac?
I don't think I've ever beat Joe. Mac.
Never beat it.
Never
You
beat
guys
it.
are insane.
Okay.
I beat it.
No.
What about
Joe, yeah?
Super Island? Super
Super
Island 2. Where
didn't
you're
play
just a
Super
dude
Island.
in the fucking leaf fucking thing, and you throw
You
like
know,
fruits and shit.
Not to get into divorced parents and shit, but like my Super Nintendo was at my dad's place, so that was only so often that I played it.
Well, fuck. I didn't mean to bring up a sore
thanks a
subject.
lot,
Jesus
Sam.
It's okay, because I'm
Right.
trying to.
Oh,
I will
fuck. Okay,
someday get
we'll
that
fucking-
Super Nintendo back
right.
and play them all.
I get it. We'll end the show. We'll end the
I guess-
show.
you know what?
Okay.
Fuck it.
Jeez.
You guys are going to come back next week. We're going to talk about
How
Detroit
to
Become
rate a
Human, I bet,
fucking
because there's a
parade,
beta
bro.
coming out tomorrow. Look,
Jesus.
can
okay,
you guys tell?
we're-
I'm a depressive guy.
Well,
All right.
today on the Plug Gaming.
We got into the real issues.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
Sam's life.
What was the
Seriously
question
though,
again?
guys. Seriously though. Oh, hardest game you played on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Come on, give it to me.
I don't know. I like Mario Kart.
Did you ever play the cliffhanger
Yeah, you
game?
played no hard with
This fool's been
Like,
getting
why would I
safe.
waste my
This
time,
fool's
dog?
been getting safe behind the scenes
This is
the
damn,
whole time right here,
behind
dog.
the scenes
We need to
juice.
get a behind the scenes cam that's only on like
Yeah.
what's the most fucking X-rated? Well, not X-rated.
Snapchat.
It doesn't need it. He ain't fucking doing anyway. He ain't doing weird shit back there.
Snapchat, Bob Marley filter.
But you know, yeah, like what's up?
back
Is there
to
like a
the
fucking 420broadcast.com or something like that? Because we could just have one video or one camera for
Right.
Saint, and then we'll be on our own shit, and then just Saints on 420.com.
Let's do it. I'm
Behind
taking
the
dabs. I don't even want to get into it. Let's
Well, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Do you see a smoke
Hey,
cloud
hey.
come flying by the camera?
An artist has their own process. You can't fight that shit.
Oh, I love it. Hey,
I'm trying to
and
get
that's
my
what he
zone.
is. That's
and
what he
hey,
is.
Saint, you're
Yeah.
my artist. Thank
Hey,
you.
he's the one
thank
that
you.
allows us to be heard by you. So
Seriously,
I
dog.
mean, Saint's the man.
Who else has the soundboard? What?
And then you know, yeah, he's beautiful fucking sound pieces that come in. That's Saint, man.
Thank you,
He's our man behind there. Also, dude, he's the highlight of our music.
I'm pretty
in
sure
the breaks, man.
he's also like the
Yeah.
funniest guy on this show.
That might be true.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Maybe.
He's got a solid record.
It's, you know,
You know, he's got a solid record.
Because I don't talk much.
he doesn't
so
talk
I-
exactly.
So I have a good ratio.
Right, exactly, dude. His percentages are fucking good.
I don't know if everybody heard, but Saturday's
Is the abuse coming? Come on, talk about it, Rock. Let's end the show.
abuse will be there,
put this out there.
and
You
I don't know if you guys like it, but you know that ass whooping is going to be
Okay,
there.
okay, here it is. I'm sanctioning the
challengers.
post that you wanted to make. Go ahead and unleash
Post
it.
sanction.
there we
Go ahead and unleash it. Okay.
Okay.
Check out the plug gaming _gaming for Rock's newest post about the abuse that will
coming.
ensue 6 days from today or 5 days
So
from
this
today.
Saturday, if you're in the Southern California area,
and want your ass beat.
our wonderful producers, the DFZ Radio, is having an all-day event.
Set up just so you can get your
California.
ass
You can come down here. You can get
It'll
some
be on our
food.
Instagram.
You can meet
Someone
all
asked
the
if you could
shows that
bring-
are involved on DFZ Radio.
Someone asked if
And
they
you
could
can-
bring their own counsel.
beat.
For what game, though?
Yeah.
To bring their own counsel in game to challenge you.
What game?
Well,
I don't
what
know.
game?
He just said, "Can I bring my own system?"
Okay, are you accepting all challenges?
What is he talking about?
Come
though?
on,
I
Rock.
need
No.
to know.
Yeah,
Are
well,
you
yeah,
world's
get out.
best?
You're world's best.
Are you
All
world's
challenges
best or not?
accepted. Yeah, all
okay.
challenges
Okay.
accepted,
All right.
dog.
There you heard it,
There
Saint.
it is.
All challenges
Okay, all
accepted,
right.
and everybody
Now
here
this
knows
is
that
Dance
now.
Dance Revolution. I
Hey,
don't
no,
do that.
don't be bringing none of
I
that
don't do
weird
that,
shit. We ain't
dog.
trying to give my boy a heart attack
That's what
or
I'm
nothing
saying,
like
dog.
that.
You're
dog.
You're gonna
Come
pull out
on.
the pads and shit.
Yeah, just
I ain't
strictly
trying to
on the
do all
controller
that. I
only.
ain't trying to
dog.
do all that.
It's
What about
controllers
Guitar
only.
Hero? Can you do the drums?
I don't know. I don't play Guitar Hero.
Controllers only, dog. That's it.
you
Okay.
If you can't get your ass beat in it, don't bring it, dog. You wasting my time.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts.
Just ass beat.
That shit
Well-
so real.
We're going to close the show out tonight, guys. We got to say thank you to everybody that participated in our social media giveaway. It's going down again next month. Every month, guys. We're giving away a game or something
Our
fucking
game
cool.
of the month going
Yeah,
to you.
it goes out. So get on it. Get into it. Instagram's the way to go as
Unsung
of right
hero.
now.
Congratulations out there.
Congratulations to our
Jake,
giveaway winner.
my main man. Cool credits, Jake Muranaka.
Jake, we need to get an interview
Thank
with you,
you.
brother.
Yeah.
Let's set that up soon. Otherwise, this is the Plug Gaming. We're delivering you the highest level, the most premium grade gaming content that exists on this side of the Mississippi. That's the west side.
I hear those jams rolling in.
But you know, we're gonna do it again for you next week. Rock's got some special words for your mother.
Yeah, you know, bring her through so she can see the abuse, and then I can console her on multiple occasions after. And yeah, just get ready for the abuse. It's coming.
And until then,
Hard too. It's hard and throbbing. Just get ready. It's hardcore fucking. You heard it here first.
He
guys.
went too hard. He went too hard.
Oh, I'm
can
sorry.
we cut his mic now?
The abuse. You know? I'm the greatest.
We the plug.
I'm the greatest.
And we out.
I ain't playing what I'm saying, I'm a pro at it. So let me see and I'll throw a little dough at it. I'm all about my dough. I'm all
about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze. I'm all about my dough. I'm all about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze. She a margarita jack, male on the yak, throw shorty, move your back slow. Sure I wanna tap though. Lot of weed, lot of dro, lot of cheese, lot of dough, lot of liquor in my system, giving me a hotter flow. How many blunts man I'm blowing on 9? That's how many women that be blowing my mind. In the club you can find a nigga like me saying fuck a dress code. I'm up in my white tee, lie, like my nigga YB. Plus I'm fizzing in the building. You don't wanna try me, I be a cold motherfucker in the party with a 40 getting blow, motherfucker. I go, not too dummy, just in case a nigga try and get me for my money. I'ma be steady, Long Beach steady, rolling up them purple leaves like a weed addict. I'm all about my dough. I'm all about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze. I'm all about my dough. I'm all about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze. We do it right when we ball. Can't go wrong. Every night different broad. New 2-4 sitting nice on the car. Pull your wifey and your baby mom. Ice on the charm. Ounce of the dro. Tell you motherfuckers I'm about my dough. Money, hoes, clothes. All a nigga knows. Tricked out whips with the suicide dough. Get money, niggas. I'm all about my dough. I'm all about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze. I'm all about my dough. I'm all about my cheese. I'm all about my hoes. Get in my way and I'm about to squeeze.